Good morning, good evening, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with 4 M's and a silent Q and an E. Well, how are you? I hope you're doing very well. It's almost the weekend once again. Maybe you've already been out for a little Friday night tipple, for which I would be extremely jealous. But hopefully now you're sitting at home and you're thinking to yourself, gee, how can I reduce the appearance? What word? Can we look that word up, please? No, not a word apparently. Let me try that again. Have you been sitting there wondering, how can I reduce the appearance of cellulite? Like that, for example. Ladies, I bet you that many of you ask yourself that question an awful lot. How would you like potentially to get results just like that? Or like this? All I can say is WOW exclamation mark. These are real results from real ladies. This was part of a genuine clinical trial, which we will explain shortly. And all of this was achieved just with the use of extensive surgery and lots of recovery. No, I'm just kidding. No, none of that. None. All they did was wear a pair of leggings, believe it or not. Now, ladies, let me ask you a question. And actually, guys or fellas, if you're thinking about maybe buying something for your ladies, stay tuned as well. If you are somebody who uses skincare, where do we put skincare generally? On our hands with hand creams, yeah. The face creams, maybe a neck cream, although a lot of people don't even bother with that. But what do you do about everything from there to there and from there down? Maybe we take care of our feet, but from here to the ankles, how do you take care of that? How do you have a skincare regime for the rest of your body? Well, the answer is also, once again, it would be stupid if it wasn't the answer, Pro Skins! Yes, just by wearing leggings and tops, because these are infused with billions and billions of microparticles of beneficial ingredients, which as you wear them are massaged just by the natural movement of your body into your skin. Have a look at some of the results that Tara got with these. This is extraordinary. So she says, my progress has been steady and I've lost, how many? 6.25 inches total in 28 days. That is not too shabby for not doing a whole lot of anything. Just wearing them at night for a minimum of 8 hours a day. Wow, she's got 3 exclamation marks there. I'm so happy with these results. Look at my hips, 2 inches in 4 weeks. That's crazy. So the hips, after 28 days, 2-inch loss. Top of thighs, 1-inch loss. Widest part of the thighs, 1¼ inches. Above the knee, 1 inch. Below the knee, a 3/4 of an inch. And the widest part of the calf, 1/4 of an inch. That is not through any change in diet and exercise. It is just from wearing Pro Skins. These truly do work. And there is a whole lot of science behind them. And we have somebody, many people in fact, a team of people in white coats, all standing by to explain it to you. No, well, sorry, I'm just hearing with that. No, they didn't arrive. But we do have Jess Woods here, and she will very adeptly talk you through everything about these Pro Skins. If you've never seen them before, they are all the rage, and they are something that every lady should have, I believe. And the tops. Now, if you want to have a look at ShopOnTV.co.uk, that's a website. It's our website, and it's your website. You will see absolutely everything that we have tonight. We've got black navy graphite, we've got pink dotty, all the matching tops as well. There's even a wonderful sort of sky blue, although I can't remember the exact name of it, colour top there. Hang on, let me have a look. What's it called? I don't know. Scroll down a wee bit, please, producer Gemma. Thank you. What's that blue colour called again? I forget. Oh, Atlantic blue. That's the right Atlantic blue. Duh. Sorry. You'll also notice that we have one of our star products, our ever popular, and if you haven't bought it yet, you are missing out completely on the Optimus Steam. I want to call it mop, but it's not. This is a complete steam generation system. It is a mop, but it comes with 2 different mop heads. It goes from an upright to a handheld. And how would you like to save maybe 1, 2, 3, even £400 a year? Because when you buy this mop, it's very realistic that you can, because you can eliminate using any of those cleaning chemicals that are currently cluttering up your cupboard, because this uses the power of superheated dry steam at 130 degrees and at the point of contact 100 degrees, and it is capable of eliminating up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria, viruses, spores, mold, all that kind of stuff. Have a look at this. And it does it all, ladies and gentlemen, just with the power of dihydrogen monoxide. That's the only chemical you'll need in your home, dihydrogen monoxide. That's H2O, otherwise known as water. You fill it up, it produces within about 25 seconds steam, which dries. Well, it dries very quickly. It leaves your floors almost completely touch dry immediately. Here's the thing though, this is a special system. It has a patented head. The boiler is in the head of the mop, it's in that triangle. That's the patent. Most other steam mops, they have the boiler in the handle. So by the time the steam has travelled down the handle and it gets to the head and goes through the microfiber cloth, it's maybe 40, 50 degrees. It's tepid, it's not as effective and can't kill all of those 99.99% of germs that this can. That's number one, but also you get condensation in the pipe, and that potentially then means that you get drips on your floor. Any sealed hard surface you can use this mop on, and all you do when the pads get dirty, rip them off, throw them in the washing machine or place them gently, it's up to you, and wash them away. Just no fabric softener. Now you do get the triangular head, but you also get, as part of this bundle, the rectangular head, and here you will see in a moment it's been converted to handheld mode. Oh, look at that, by the magic of television, which means you can do your worktops, you can do your cabinets, you can do, do you know what, you can actually use that as a paint stripper. Honestly, it's actually more powerful than if you went to the hire store and rented a paint stripper to do if you happen to be in the process of decorating. Sorry, not paint stripper, I meant wallpaper stripper, that's the one. It will strip paint as well, actually, emulsion, but yeah, we'll get to that later. Use it indoors, use it outdoors. It is a dirt gripping machine, and it comes also with a carpet glider that allows you to use it on your carpets. So setting one, basic setting, just for sanitizing. Setting number two is for light stains, and remember, not only is it cleaning, but it is killing germs, sanitizing and deodorizing as well. And for the tough stuff, like your carpets and your area rugs, then you use setting number three. You get 2 pads in each size. It's normally one, we give you an extra one of each. You get the whole system, the whole kit and caboodle for half price, ladies and gentlemen, $99.99. It's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing. It's amazing. By the way, who's this, I hear you ask?
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jess Woods.
Good morning.
Jess, how you doing?
Hello,
Nice to see
I'm
you.
well, how are you?
I'm fulfilling a dream now. It's like, you know, my bucket list, Disney World, done that. And there are loads of other things, but on there is work with Jess Woods and ProSkins. So finally, after years of working together elsewhere, we get to do it. In a nutshell, why has every lady watching right now got to own a pair of these leggings and one of these tops?
So if you've just tuned in, good morning, by the way. I hope you're well. Enjoy your evening / early morning.
Yeah.
ProSkins are not just a pair of leggings or tops, whichever you may be shopping for this morning. Actually, these garments are clinically proven to help reduce the appearance of cellulite. And if you're thinking, well, just by wearing clothes, yeah, but there's a whole lot of science included in here. Now, we've got a clip of film I'm just going to show you, because the garments are made in the UK.
Right.
Something we are really passionate about. We are a small family business that sell globally, and you can see here some of our ladies working away in our factory in Mansfield.
Hey.
So if you're from Mansfield, shout out to you.
Where my parents live.
Joking.
Where I spent Christmas.
Why does everybody live in Mansfield?
Holty Bev's up there as well.
Yes,
down
I
in
know she
Nashville.
is. Now, in your ProSkins garments are incredible active natural ingredients, skincare. 5 active natural ingredients. Now, the heat that your body gives off naturally by just wearing these, ladies, you don't have to go to the gym in them, though they're great for that. You can sleep in them, wearing them to work, layer them while it's cold. It will activate the ingredients to be released, and the compression, and we'll talk about that, is because it's graduated, not tight. It will massage the ingredients in for you, slimming, toning, shaping, firming the skin wherever it touches, all right? Now, it's got a few other crazy features in here as well, things like regulating body temperature, so great all year round, silver for hygiene reasons, and an incredible 4-way stretch. It doesn't matter what shape or size you are, they're designed to fit. We're going to talk about washing and how the ingredients are designed to last at least 100 washes, and you don't have to wash them as often as you normally would, but this is where it gets exciting. This is where there's clinical independent trials done on your clothes, ladies, because a 56-day independent study found an 18% increase in skin elasticity.
That's a lot.
That's huge.
Almost a fifth.
That is huge.
Yeah.
So that's the bounce back, the tonicity of the skin. Imagine seeing the decrease in the appearance of cellulite. Well, these leggings did just that in 8 weeks' time. Centimetre loss seen by just wearing the leggings. And I'll talk you through how on earth that can work as well. And over 85% reported an improvement in skin compactness, smoothness, tonicity and elasticity. Big numbers, Rob.
Yeah, and clinical numbers.
Clinical independent trial.
Let's talk about, because there are different types of trial. Some people say that these have undergone a trial, but it might just be what they call a perception study, which is that somebody wears something or they take something or whatever it may be, and then they kind of get asked a question like, how do you feel?
Yeah, and they have to tick a box or fill out a form.
Precisely. There's nothing clinical about it. This is done under clinical conditions by independent laboratories who have proven those statistics by doing proper measurements and calculations.
Oh yeah, so things like the skin tightness, you know, elasticity being improved by 18%. That was measured. So that wasn't somebody ticking a box saying, oh yeah, my skin feels tighter. That was actually clinically measured by wearing the garments you are seeing this morning on air.
So what I'd like to do, if I may, Jess, is start by, I want to build a little story here, because number one, let me just say that where Jess and I worked, the channel we worked on together before, a couple of years ago, I guarantee, I honestly swear to you, hand on heart, I did not know a single female in that building who did not only own these, but wear them every single day.
And own multiple pairs.
And own multiple pairs. So not only, let's just say, if they did nothing else and they were just an absolutely fantastic legging or top, great value for money, incredibly comfortable, and they're so well made.
So stretchy as well.
Yeah. But so look, if you're saying 45 quid for a pair of really, really top-notch premium leggings, done, good. But there's more, because these not only contain all of those ingredients you were talking about, clinically proven to help reduce the appearance of cellulite, but also do so many other things as well. And this is the bit that gets me, because I would have thought, how on earth, if you wash them, do those ingredients stay in there?
So the ingredients that you're seeing next to me are micro-encapsulated. So they're not a treatment, they're not a sprayed on or anything like that, which would wash out if you were washing the garments. There are billions of tiny microcapsules impregnated in the fibres of the fabric. So here is your 5 natural active ingredients. So firstly, you've got your retinol. Now, retinol stimulates collagen in your skin. It is a form of vitamin A. So ladies, if you want to stimulate the collagen production, which starts to decrease sort of mid-20s, you've got your retinol.
Mid-20s?
Yeah, mid-20s. Wow.
That started now.
Yeah. Well, get started 10 years ago
10
for
years.
me.
Okay, fine.
That is what you want in your skincare. Then you've also got in there ceramides. Now, at the moment, the weather is cold, our skin is getting very dry. Ceramides are going to combat dry skin. They're going to act as a protective barrier, trap the moisture in there, keep the skin plump and hydrated. Caffeine, a very well-known stimulant, massive in the beauty world at the moment. Vitamin E, a very well-known antioxidant designed to repair and protect your skin. And of course, aloe vera to soothe and nourish and moisturize your skin. So just by popping these on, so when you get them home, if you're not a leggings fan, don't be fooled. Wear these under your trousers or under your jeans, or just wear them to bed. Just try and wear them.
Minus something degrees outside, I would recommend that anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just wear them for that minimum 8 hours that our clinical trial is done, and just forget you're wearing them. They're so comfortable that you will. And if you love your leggings, you'll probably wear them 24 hours, and that's fine. Yeah. Now, when you take them off is when the magic happens, because if this is the first time you're buying ProSkins, you're going to be skeptical. And I was skeptical. I was a customer of ProSkins nearly 9 years ago now. Wow. So I was skeptical too. Now, after your first wear, and I bought mine because I was going on a long haul trip, on a flying trip, and I thought, okay, compression, amazing for swelling legs, and I can get to the compression in a moment. I bought them for that reason, because I was skeptical about the skincare benefit. And I took them off after this long haul flight. I went over to Thailand, and as I was getting changed in the bathroom, I thought, oh my goodness, my legs are so soft. And only then did I go, oh, that's right, there's skincare in my leggings. That's why my legs feel incredible. And only then does the penny drop. Yes. And you start to see those results.
Skincare for the whole body. Can we talk through the colours?
Yes.
And the colours also, we have tops in the matching colours as well, I believe.
So this is our best-selling classic black. We nearly sold out of this last time.
I know, I was watching. Size 8 through to 22.
Yes. Stay true to size as well, ladies. I would say if you're in between size, maybe just go up. You've got a lot of stretch in here as well, but I don't want it to be too tight or restrictive. So otherwise, stay true to size, all right?
We do have a size chart, which we'll show you in a bit, Size 8 and 20 are very low in stock, though, so if you want those, go to get them quickly.
We've got your classic navy,
Yep.
which a lot of people buy 2 pairs of Pro Skins. So if you don't want 2 black ones, but you want a darker colour, then a navy's a really nice one to go for. It's like a midnight navy, so it's going to work with your dark colours and your lighter colours.
I should also point out, and I apologize, we'll change this at some point in the future, all of the different colours are on different item numbers. So the sizes are all attributed to that item number. So the item number you need for navy is 622578.
Okay.
Size 8 to 22 as well. And is it in 2-inch increments that it goes up? Or?
Yeah, a dress size is generally around 2 inches.
Ah, right, okay. As I say, we have a size chart. We'll pop up at some point if possible, yeah.
Then you've got your classic graphite.
Yep.
Now, if you are a patron of Pro Skins, you've been wearing them for years, you might not have this style, by the way, the one we're showing you. This is our brand new everyday leggings. They only launched a few months ago.
Okay.
And that's to do with the waistband. The waistband is really nice. It comes over the belly button. It sits on your natural waistline. So it's not a hipster of a legging, but you've got a really nice cut there, a deep waistband. So that is your classic graphite colour option. And then if you're in the gym and you want a bit of colour, a bit of fun in your life with your Pilates, your yoga, anything like that, or you just love a bright legging, we've got our pink dotty ones available as well.
Hey, and those are very new, aren't they?
Yes, they're super new to the range.
Yes, amazing. So are we showing the size chart or are we not showing this? Yeah, there it is. So I apologise, I actually made this, so you'd have to look very closely, but it's all there for all the way through to 20. We don't have sizes 22 or 24. Obviously, you would look at the UK sizing. Oh, we do have 22. Sorry, we do have 22 in certain sizes. The waist, all of those, just literally find your size, have a quick look. We'll leave that up for a little bit and that'll give you an idea. Also, you might want to check out the bust size as well, because if you're going to buy the top, then so all the salient information is on the screen right there. And I believe it's on our website as well at ShopOnTV.co.uk. These are again, let's address the skeptics, shall we? Because this is a matter of what if. If this was dreams and wishes and hopes and prayers that they worked, then they'd still be worth a punt, wouldn't they? Because what if? But the fact is, again, these have, all of them, a clinical trial. We can't normally say the word cellulite. Can I just get this out of my system? Cellulite, 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 because you can't normally say that ever on television, unless you're just mentioning it as what it is.
Unless it's been clinically proven. A lot of beauty brands out there, if you're watching any of these presentations, might allude to lumpy, bumpy skin, orange peel skin, etc. And you might think, why are they not saying the word?
Yeah.
Because if they don't have clinical trials done that prove that it helps reduce the appearance of it, they are not allowed to on live TV.
More than that, because if you watch a channel on Freeview, they have Ofcom licenses, all of them have Ofcom licenses, but because we are on a public service broadcasting channel, ITV1, the licence that ITV and the BBC and Channel 4 and Channel 5 are held under is substantially stricter than those other, many of those other licences. The fact that we are on ITV1 right now saying these have been clinically proven to reduce the appearance of cellulite. Now, obviously, individual results vary. Some people will get a very dramatic effect. Other people's might have a slightly lesser effect. But the point is that the chances are everybody, or at least most people, are going to get some kind of effect. And so this is something that if you're going to wear leggings anyway, stop wearing leggings that do nothing and start wearing, I mean, this is literally the definition of active wear, because it's active, it does something.
It's a very good point.
Yeah,
and that's why we're called intelligent apparel, because the garments are doing a job. As well as you wearing them and, you know, just wearing them to cover up and look good, they're actually working on your skin. We've been around since 2005 as a business, so we know what we're doing. We are a small family business. We began making garments for elite sport athletes, so England rugby players, England cricketers, top British superbike riders, and our technology and knowledge progressed. I mean, the compression in here, it's not tight. It's not like your normal compression leggings or stockings or stocks, but it works. And that was tried and tested at Loughborough University. So again, not by chance that these garments help promote circulation, lymphatic drainage, all of the good stuff that you go and get a massage for or you wear compression garments for. These garments work in a really comfortable way. And again, that was proven at Loughborough University.
They look good, they feel good, and they do good things. And again, I can't believe some of these befores and afters. They are mind-blowing. These are genuine results. And one of the other things also with clinical studies, when we show these before and afters, they have to be the same camera, same location, the exact same conditions, same light, really strict rules that we have to abide by, because everyone could do a before and after if they stood differently or you had different lighting.
It's what you can get away with on social media now. Very different to what the rules are for when you are showing these on live TV.
Now, I'm noticing that, and I know Hayley always talks about this, the thigh gap. I mean, there is a distinct thigh gap on this lady's thighs now.
Yeah, there is. And this lady was not allowed to change diet or exercise habits to take part in this,
Right.
okay? Now, we showed you the clinical trial, which was 56 days. This was 28 days, so 4 weeks. So if you have started that January routine, or you're wanting new gym clothes, or you started walking a little bit more, or doing a bit of yoga, Pilates, any of the good stuff, then these are only going to become your best friend. If you're not doing that for whatever reason, these are showing you results that don't include changing anything about your diet or exercise.
That really looks like two completely different people.
It's amazing,
Or they've
isn't
been
it?
airbrushed or something.
Look at the knee area. So you've got the skincare working on there, okay? Tightening the skin, massaging the skin, smoothing the skin. But then the second part of ProSkin's, Rob, the other sort of part of the magic, if you will, we understand skincare works. We understand all this skincare works because we use it on our faces, on our neck, on our décolleté. So we don't need to, you know, be convinced that that works.
Right.
The second part of ProSkin's, the other 50%, is that compression. Now, it isn't tight.
No,
it isn't
no.
restrictive.
It's not like a corset. Or
No. And it's not like shapewear, but it holds you in, ladies, if you know what I mean. And it feels amazing. It just keeps everything in place. And now I'm a mum, I need that more than ever. Now, that compression not only massages the ingredients in, it helps promote with any heavy legs, any swelling, any fluid that might be stagnated, if you will.
I see.
And that can be for more than two different reasons, but it could be either if you're on your feet all day, you're a hairdresser, a nurse, a beautician, you're just a busy mum, then that fluid can start to pool around ankles. But if you are sedentary for whatever reason as well, a bit like my grandma who can't exercise like she once did for many reasons, she really suffers with heavy legs and tired legs. I remember when she got her first pair of ProSkins, because I started working for them. I said, Grandma, you need to try these. She said, Jess, I've never worn leggings in my life. And I said, give them a go, because she doesn't care about skincare and cellulite, none of that stuff. But she struggles with heavy legs. So I bought her first pair of ProSkins, and she now wears, she's got about 4 pairs. She wears them under her trousers every single day to help with heavy legs because she is sat down a lot. So the benefits for ProSkins, for me, feel like they're endless.
And the thing is that, you know, it doesn't even matter what sort of size you are, because everybody has the ability to get benefits from these. So obviously, you know, listen, I'm a larger guy, so I understand how we're always trying to, you know, do certain things to try and minimise the fact that I've eaten too many cheeseburgers. But the fact is that also if you're a younger person and you're wearing these as well, and maybe you're fit and shapely and so on and so forth, it doesn't matter because you're still getting benefit. So I imagine there's a certain amount of prevention rather than curing.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
keeping that skin tight, looking after that skin, moisturising your skin. Your skin is an organ at the end of the day.
It's the largest organ.
It's the largest organ in your body, and it's exposed.
Yeah.
And we should be looking after it no matter what the weather, no matter where we live, no matter what we do.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about this, you get out the shower, you go to bed, and you're looking after your skin the whole time you've got them on.
I will just say on behalf of all heterosexual mankind to the person who invented the leggings, thank you. I think they're so attractive. I honestly do think they're an incredibly attractive garment.
They are gorgeous.
And I've noticed a lot of ladies, most ladies that I see these days wear leggings.
You've got to wear a good quality pair of leggings, though, Ron.
Precise. No, sure.
Because we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all bought the cheap ones. We've all been there and had to rebuy or got them home and thought, oh my goodness, you can see my underwear through them.
Yeah.
We've all been there, ladies. The thing is with ProSkins, you might be thinking, oh, Jess, come on, $44.99. Yeah, okay, there's skincare, there's technology in there, they're made in the UK. But gosh, they're going to look good on you. And that's the whole point as well at the end of the day. You want to feel good in what you're wearing.
You know, when I was growing up, I suppose, I still am probably growing up actually, if I'm being honest, but I always thought cellulite was just something on the backs of the legs. But it's not, it can be all over. And I've heard ladies talking about cellulite on the front of the legs. And a lot of ladies that I know that I've spoken to are more upset about the cellulite on the on the front of their legs than they are on the back.
Because we can see it more.
I suppose.
But you can get cellulite on the tummy, on the bust, upper arms, on the back, wherever you carry sort of fat, ladies. And unfortunately, the way that our bodies are created, we are prone to suffer with cellulite. So whether you're a size 6 or a size 16 plus, it doesn't matter. So their perfect pairing is the fact that you can get leggings and tops, and you've got a whole suit of armour.
Well, let's start talking about those now, shall we?
Okay.
Honestly, look, can I just talk to you directly, if I may? I'm going to ask my director if I can talk to you directly here. How can I put this? Look, if you're watching right now, stay put, because I promise, if you're a lady and you're likely to wear leggings, and guys, if you want to get some of these for your lady friend, don't even tell her what they do. If she wears leggings, get these for her as a gift, and then just wait. One day you're going to go, if your name's Darren, do my legs look slimmer or smoother, or has my cellulite diminished or gone, even, or the appearance of it gone? It's bound to happen. And then you can go, oh, or you can fess up. It's entirely up to you. I just want, ladies, I want you to know this. I know I'm a guy on television, talking to you about leggings. I get the sort of the irony of, well, it's not really irony, the weirdness of that in some regards. But I want you to understand something here. Honestly, I have worked with this, I've worked alongside this and been aware of this brand for probably the best part of 5 years, I would say. And every lady I know who has worked with or around or near this brand owns it. Every single person wears them, not just for once, or not. In fact, our floor manager Charlie's wearing them right now as we speak. And ladies don't just wear them for a couple of hours or to the shops and back. They put them on, and it's almost, these become like a second skin. They barely ever come off. And there are only certain situations when they do. And that's because they really honestly do work. I know it sounds ridiculous. To me, I'm like, come on, pull the other one. A pair of leggings that with billions of microcapsules that massage, essentially skincare benefits into your skin. Really? But then the other side of my brain which is very sort of scientific, is like, yes, absolutely, yes, no, of course. And this is clinically proven. We can't say it's a clinical trial or these are clinical results unless it's true. That means proper, empirical, proven, guaranteed, certain, absolute evidence that those results were genuine, not just by looking and going, yeah, they look a bit better, but by actually measuring them with laser. I don't know if do they use lasers? I don't know what they measure them with. So they are very, very, very popular, these already. We have a lot of people coming back who've maybe tried them before. And if you've bought these from us before, then please, would you do me a courtesy and also help out other people by spreading the news? Would you mind emailing me, studio@shopontv.co.uk, studio@shopontv.co.uk, and I would love to hear your results. So I always know when I see, because I look at the stats and I see you do it, like the shows you've done, obviously we're very new, so there's loads of new customers.
Yeah.
But then you start to see repeat customers coming back in as the customer base grows. And that's because people tried one and then went, oh my God, they really work. And now they're coming back and buying everything. But if you want, so the following sizes you must check out on now if you want them. Go ahead, Gemma. So which sizes, just generally? Size 8, size 18, size 20 and 22 in all colours. All of those are incredibly low stocks, so it's particularly in the black though, which is always the one that's sort of the main seller. Those sizes, if you don't check out right now, in other words, complete your purchase, pay. Obviously, we're not going to send them to you until you do pay. But if you want those sizes, you're fighting now with dozens of other people trying to get them. So you must check out now or miss out.
And we can only bring what we can. They're made in the UK.
Yeah, maybe we can see that video again.
We're not in a big factory overseas. No. There's about 15 of us on a good day in that building.
Seriously?
Yeah, we are.
Jess is back up to Mansfield tomorrow. She's
I'll be back there. No, the ladies wouldn't let me near them, trust me. And so we can only bring what we can bring. And last time we basically sold out of the black leggings. So please, everyone, bear that in mind, okay?
So here are the tops. Now, I love this ruche top.
Oh, it's
again, I think maybe I shouldn't say this because it's coming from a guy, and these, it can sound a bit icky, but I mean this in a nice way. I think they are really sexy.
They're
genuinely
beautifully designed.
Yes.
And ladies, you'll know if you've got a smaller bust or a large bust, a V-neck ruche is the most flattering neckline you can wear, okay? So you've got an amazing base layer here, especially this time of year. Ladies, we've all got things like this that we're putting under our cardies, under our jumpers, under our blazers, especially when it's cold. But remember, these will also help wick away sweat and cool you down. So if you're hot all year round, ladies,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, then these will actually help keep you at a lovely temperature. And that technology was actually initiated for those elite sport athletes.
Yes.
So we've always kept that temperature regulation in our garments.
And bikers, a sports bike, because they're under, you know, leathers and things like that, aren't they? So the wicking away of moisture.
We used to get guys that would buy Pro Skins if they were off touring elsewhere in the hot countries to wear it under their textiles to keep them cool. But also we have, you know, top British Superbike riders wearing Pro Skins that wear them under their leathers, which help keep them at a good temperature when they're racing.
We've just had a testimonial from Gemma in the television gallery. Who said earlier while we were chatting, she says, I hate exercise. I can get all these benefits without having to exercise. Sign me up. But she also said she doesn't like the tops of her arms.
I don't think many women like the tops of their arms.
Can I just say, Gemma is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, she is.
She really is. And there's not much not to like about Gemma, I would say. I hope she doesn't mind me saying that. But still, go for it, lass, because it's always good to start young, right? Yeah.
And it's great to get the whole kit as well, like have like a whole suit of armour. So you're looking after your skin, tops of the arms as well, the tummy area, because you might not wear your leggings every day, but let's say to go into the office, you want to wear your top, you want to tuck it into some palazzo trousers, your skirts or anything like that, then a nice blazer over the top of it. This has been designed to be a top in its own right, that you can wear by itself, how I've got it on, but you can also layer this. Because you've got an elbow length sleeve, it will go seamlessly under your jumpers, under your 3/4 sleeve blouses, and you won't see the sleeve coming through it. So everything has been thought about. You've got a nice length in the body, an amazing stretch in the fabric as well, ladies. Just go for your size. Again, if you're in between sizes, I would always go up. This is not meant to be tight or restrictive, but otherwise made in the UK, so stick with your own size.
But also, you know, if again, I'm no expert, I'm no fashion expert, as you can probably tell, but if you do, you can go for different combos.
No, you definitely can.
They look so good.
Yeah.
You know, even if the pink dot, I mean...
I like the graphite with the pink dotting.
Oh, I bet that's really great. Would you mind?
That one.
Sorry.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah. And because they're form-fitting on the leg, I think they look so elegant. I see a lot of ladies. I think it's perhaps just my sort of, I'm thinking of ladies who are into, is it equestrianism? Mm-hmm. Horses. I seem to know a lot of people that are into horses. But those are the joppers, not the joppers, the trousers. Is it the joppers? Apparently they are called joppers. So, and there's something with the jacket, and there's something very smart and very elegant and very sort of aspirational upmarket about it.
Yeah.
You know? These, definitely, I think there are other types of legging that have a bad rap because they can look a bit down market. Yeah. But these, by jingo, look really upmarket, don't they? Especially if you coordinate, I think.
You can wear these to the gym. You can wear them for the dog walk. You can wear them to work. You can wear them dressed up with a heel. You can wear them with your slippers when you go into bed. You can wear them however you want to, and they look beautiful together.
Yeah, and if actually, again, a little testimony from Gemma in the TV gallery, she was saying if you wear both colours that match, then they look like a really elegant jumpsuit.
Yeah, a lot of people like going for the whole graphite.
Like you're about to go on a diamond heist or something.
That's a really nice colour if you want to go for the full set, is the graphite one. That's really beautiful. But yes, feel free to mix and match, buy a whole block colour. If you're wanting that slimming effect, ladies, go same colour top and leggings, because a whole block colour gives you more slimming effect.
For sure. Okay, I think I'd love to see that video again at some point, if you don't mind, because again, these are made in Mansfield in England, and they're expertly made. They are made to the absolute highest quality, using the absolute highest quality materials. So again, maybe you can talk us through this.
Yeah, you can see them being made there, and as we've mentioned, Loughborough University helped design the compression here. So if you're after something to help with heavy legs, tired legs, swollen legs, these are also designed to help as well. The ingredients that you've got on there, you know them very well, contained in those billions of tiny microcapsules, which are activated and released by the heat your body is giving off naturally just by breathing. Yeah. You don't have to be working out in them. You can be lounging on the sofa with a cup of tea or a hot chocolate on your Friday night and letting the Pro Skins do their thing. Now, in regards to washing, we have wash tested the garments as well for you, and the ingredients were still in there after 100 washes. And that was done at a 30-degree wash, no fabric conditioner. So don't worry about washing the ingredients away. And because they've got a silver antibacterial treatment, you don't need to wash them as often as you normally would. They don't cling to odours, like a lot of other fabrics do. So if you don't work out in these, once every 2 weeks is fine. If you do, I would definitely still wash them once a week. But that way, you're going to get this garment to last you anywhere between 2 to 4 years worth of wear. Wow. And here's your clinical trials. This is why we can talk about cellulite and increasing in skin elasticity. You can see an 18% increase in skin elasticity was measured in 56 days. 74% reported a decrease in the appearance of cellulite. Is that thighs? Is that tummy? Is that upper arm? Is that bust? Where do you want to see centimetre loss? That's the skincare, the compression working together to help create that. And if you want skin tightness and elasticity and smoothness, then ProSkins are the clothes you need to be getting in your wardrobe.
Well, I know for a fact that from the thousands and thousands of people who buy skincare products from us, and by the way, next week we've got a couple of 2 or 3 really great skincare shows for you. We're having like a midweek skincare special. And people will spend, I mean, I do. I use the products, the skincare products that we sell here, and I probably spend 50 quid a month on, you know,
on a face cream.
Yeah,
Easily, that lasts 30 days.
Yeah.
You see great results, your skin feels nice, it's protected, it's your face, so you care.
Yeah.
This is a garment which is potentially the same sort of price.
Right.
And you're looking at it lasting nearly 4 years worth of wear if you wash them once every 2 weeks.
But also, let me ask you, what's the alternative? I mean, is there a body cream? I mean, it'd come in big tubs if there was, that you slather all over your body. I've never heard of it, have you?
No.
I mean, there may be a leg creams and things like that. But this, essentially, anything this touches, it is massaging these beneficial ingredients into your skin. We've had lots of requests also for the steam mop. We're going to go to that in a moment. But I want to ask you, Jess, before when we'll take a little first intermission from the ProSkins. So you talked about silver. Silver is known as being antibacterial. It's often in mattresses and things like that. So the fact that's in there, that's one of the things contributing to meaning you don't have to wash them as regularly.
Yeah, the hygienic reasons. You'll notice that this fabric doesn't cling to odours. You know, you get certain materials and you'll wear them maybe a couple of times and maybe go to the gym in them or sweat in them and go, well, that smell's never coming out. And you can wash them and it gets worse and worse and worse. You think, well, I can never wear that again. You will notice that this doesn't cling to odour. So if you have no motivation to go to the gym and don't fancy ever going to the gym, that's absolutely fine. I'm not here to tell you that you can only wear these to the gym. Then if you're not going to excessively sweat in them, you can get away with washing these once every 2 weeks, obviously if you don't get them dirty. But if you are a gym fan and you love your leggings, you will not want to take these off, and I would then say wash them once a week.
So it's not like you get back from your workout and you suddenly, I really reek.
No.
These again, they sort of, I don't know, what was the word you used with odours? They don't cling.
They don't cling to odour. It wicks away all the odour or the moisture to keep you nice and cool, but also keep the garment nice and fresh.
So also think about the electricity, the water, and the fabric. What do you call it? The laundry detergent you're saving over the course of up to 4 years that you won't be spending, that you would be spending on regular leggings. Also the fact that you can wash. I mean, and when you say 100 times, up to 100 times, it's not like you got to 100 and then suddenly they stop working. You just stop counting.
Yeah,
right?
We got to 100 and thought, well, that's a good number. But also, the ingredients were still in there, but we wanted it a certain percentage to mean it was efficient as it could be. Yeah. The ingredients were still there, so you don't just have to throw them away.
You can still wear them as leggings
Yeah, of course you can, and you might still get benefits, but our percentage that benchmarked it, they dipped below after.
So after you've washed them, by the time you've washed them 100 times or up to 100 times, there's still all of the efficacy that the clinical trial was based on is still there, is what you're saying. I mean, it's extraordinary. It really honestly is. I've got to ask you to check out, though, well, only as soon as you actually want to own these. Again, it's that, well, what's the alternative? If you wear leggings, they're not doing anything for you at the moment, except maybe they look nice. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just utilitarian. They're just there to perform a function. They're, perfunctory. Well, now you've got not only leggings but tops that look great. They are premium quality. They are made to the highest standards. They have been clinically proven. And again, I can't stress this enough. There is an actual clinical trial. The data is out there. I'm sure if you go to the ProSkins website, it's
it's all on there.
All of it's there if you want to read through the study. Number of people who participated, where it was done independently by a laboratory. So this is not ProSkins making up stuff and saying, oh yeah, no, they totally work. Where Jim he measured him in the back. Yeah, well, they're totally effective. This is scientists, boffins with clipboards and pens, many pens in their top pocket. And now I'm just creating a stereotype or painting a stereotype of scientists. But they are scientifically proven to work, whether you believe it or not. You know, the Earth is scientifically proven to be flat, but there are lots of people out what's the one? Round. But there are plenty of people out there who think it's flat. I just said it's scientifically proven to be flat. Sorry. Let's have a video. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just get myself together.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with Shop on TV. After you've ordered from Shop on TV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from Shop on TV.
Okay, we're going to give you a chance to check out your baskets and order your Pro Skins. It has gone absolutely bananas out there tonight. We just got many of these sizes back in stock. We don't have huge stocks because they can only make them, so many a day. And so we thought, what doesn't conflict with leggings? Mops. So if you want your leggings, get them now. But can I show you my all-time favourite product in the history of the time I've been doing this job, as far as home cleaning is concerned? Well, you're looking at it right now. This is the HomeTech Optimus 3 steam cleaning system. It is actually one of our most popular products, as you're about to discover why. Very quickly, let me show you what you get. So it comes in 2 boxes. The big box is the main product, which contains the triangular head, the pole, the handle, and you also get a water bottle, and you get a little spannery type thing for replacing the filter, which I will talk about shortly. You also get included, normally it's just one cleaning cloth. We give you an extra one in the triangular, but also in the small box, this is normally something you would have had to buy separately, although there are a few other people bundling this together. You get the rectangular head, this one here. This is great for doing your carpets. In fact, it even comes with a carpet slider, which I'll show you in a moment, but it's also great for doing your flat surfaces. You can use either on any surface, as long as it is a sealed surface. So you can't use it on bare wood because it will soak the wood too much. Well, I mean, it won't soak it that much. It won't soak it as much as potentially other steam mops would, but in that case, bare wood, you don't want to soak, you don't want to get anything wet on it at all, even though the wet that comes out of this is absolutely minimal from the steam itself. But let me just put this down, if I may. This is... it's got 2 patents, right? The first patent is in the head. As you look at that, and you may be thinking, oh, I've used steam mops, they were blooming useless. There are steam mops out there that I'm sure could fit into the blooming useless category, or not quite so effective category if we're being kind, right? Well, I'm not here to diss other products. I don't care what other people do. I care about this and what this will do for you. So this has a patented system here in the top of the handle. This coloured section is actually a filter, and what that filter does is it filters out calcium and stops limescale from building up in the boiler, because it's the limescale that kills a boiler, right? Same with your kettle. So these, if you're in a really super duper, like amazingly hard water area, like somewhere in London, that will probably last you up to 6 months if you use this regularly. We probably would recommend that you, if you want, and the details are on the bottom of your screen, you pick up an extra filter. They're $13.95. That will give you, in a hard water area, about a year's worth of use. If you're in a soft water area, you could get 2 years use out of 1 or 2 cartridges. So here's the important bit, and then we'll show you the video. What happens is the water is filled from the side here. You just open the little hole, and there's your water tank. You have a bottle, it comes with it. You're actually supplied with a filler bottle. So that goes in there, you fill up the water. Simple, right? Close it. The water is then drawn through the filter and injected down the shaft into the head. And you'll see, you can probably see behind me in that little animation video, that then hits the boiler. Let's take the whole journey together, shall we, with this little wonderful animation that we've provided. So there's the mop. And any second now you're going to see, look, it also shrinks down to being a handheld device. I'll show you that live in a moment. But here's the clever bit. In goes the water, and then it's drawn through the filter once you turn it on. And come on then, come on water, there's the filter. And by the way, the screw attachment or the spanner attachment is for the hexagonal nut end of that filter, and so that you can remove it easily. There it is. Injected into the boiler, where as soon as you press the trigger on the handle, within 25 seconds it is turned into superheated dry steam. That kills up to 99.99% of bacteria, germs, viruses, spores, mold, all that kind of stuff that you really don't want in your carpets, on your hard surfaces, or on your floors. That's how it works. This is going to potentially replace, it depends how much you spent, but I've heard anecdotally, and it's, don't quote me on it, that the average household spends between £300 and £400 a year on cleaning products. So you've got your kitchen cleaner, you've got your bathroom cleaner, you've got maybe your antibacterial wipes, maybe you've got your disinfectant for the bathroom floors. Maybe you've got something for your wood floors. Maybe you've got something for your carpets. Maybe there's an upholstery cleaner that you have as well. Maybe you have a stainless steel cleaner for your cooker hood and things like that. Maybe you have a bath cleaner. Maybe you have a sink or a toilet cleaner. Maybe you have a separate tile cleaner, a glass cleaner. Maybe you're also getting a spray that is helped to reduce calcification build-up, limescale, that sort of thing. I mean, how many bottles have you got in your cupboards right now? If you think about it, I bet it's a lot. Here's the thing, this could potentially replace all of those. And all you need, the only thing that you need is already in your home, it's water. Plain old water out the tap, because the filter will make sure that you don't have to buy any special waters, ionised waters or anything like that. What comes out the tap is filtered, and what goes down to the head is completely clean water. And this is where the patent happens, right? Let me show you this actually, because I don't think you've seen this before. If we can see on the front of the head, if I hold it closely or carefully, you've got two little sort of quarter circle, they almost look like lights, and the reason for that is they're lights. So when I press the handle, oh, hold on, what's happened here? Hold on, bear with. Hold on, please hold. Right, there we go, sorry. Now, as I hold it, it wasn't on. Oh, because am I on eco? Oh, you know, I think this is a safety feature. I don't think you can do it up in the air. Sorry, can I put it down on the floor? You can't do it in the air, you have to do it on the floor. Let's try this. So if you look at the same lights, they light up when the water is hot enough to make the steam. So I'm going to turn it on. No. I think that this unit is failing me. So the lights are on. The lights are on, okay? Oh, you know what it is? It's only the noise is when it injects water into the system. I was expecting that noise constantly. So once they've lit up, all I have to do, if you've got a ground, look at all this steam coming out here. Is you put it onto the dirt, and then it will start cleaning like that, right? So it was me being silly, sorry, oh look how quickly and I'm doing this left-handed by the way. What about this big bit here? If it's a ground-in stain, all you've got to do is leave it on for a couple of seconds, and look, it's gone! Plus with the triangular head, it literally will manoeuvre all the way around. I'll leave those there for later, because we've got a video, but look at all the dirt. Look at all of that has come off your floor. This is half price, ladies and gentlemen. That £99.99 is money that you are probably going to spend anyway. So in other words, you'll spend that money on chemicals, the majority of which are made up of what? Water. So you're paying for bottles of water with a bit of chemical in them, and they'll run out and you'll throw them away, and then you'll go and spend that money all over again. You've already spent £99.99. You've already potentially wasted £99.99 on buying cleaning chemicals. Stop that now, get one of these instead, and not only, essentially the £99.99, think of it as a down payment on what you're going to save in the future, because you then won't have to buy all those chemicals again. So money you would have spent is anyway pays for the mop, and then you don't have the ongoing bill anymore of having to buy more and more and more and more chemicals. It requires minimal effort. This, by the way, the power of steam, because this actually superheats the steam up to 130 degrees in the boiler, and then at the point of contact when it comes out the head end, it's 100 degrees, so it can kill up to 99% of germs, viruses, bacteria, and all that horrible stuff. And then the microfiber heads, the pads, they're all washable. The only thing is, remember, never use fabric softener when you clean a microfiber head because it will clog the fibers and stop them from working. So you can convert it, if you wish, into the rectangular head and also into a handheld. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. It's really, really easy. And now you can literally do all your countertops. You can go around the bathtub. You can go up and down the tiles, the walls. It's not just the tiles though, it's the grouting, your cooker hood, your cabinets, your carpets. It comes with a carpet glider, because obviously if you tried to push a microfiber cloth up and down a carpet, it would all ruck up and it would, you know, it would be a mess. So you've got a little plastic cover that goes over the top, and that is what stops that from happening. There it is right there. You see, that is the carpet glider. That means not only is it cleaning your carpets, not only is it sanitizing, deodorizing, but it's also grooming the fibers, and it's bringing old life or a new lease of life to the look of your carpet. When you use this on your carpets, you'll probably discover very quickly that the carpets look refreshed, they look renewed, they look reinvigorated. And all of that entire bundle, plus the 2 additional rectangular pads, all yours for $99.99. Now, I want to be real with you here. There are currently, when we found this product, and it's something I was very keen for us to get our hands on, there were only I thought it was 1,500. I checked, there were 1,600 units in the country. That's it, period, full stop, the end, no more. And no more in the process of being made. So now that this has been such a runaway success on ShopOnTV, there are more being made, but that will probably be several weeks, probably 6 to 8 weeks before they even come close to landing in the UK. So what I'm trying to tell you is, out of those 1,600 units, we have burned through in 3 shows about 3/4 of that stock. So we don't have a finite number of these left. This is why I show them here and there. We only have a finite amount of stock, is what I was trying to say, if I didn't make sense when whatever I just said. The point being that you're going to have to, if you don't get it within the next, sort of 2 or 3 airings, you will have to wait probably a couple of months before you get a chance to get your hands on it again. Remember, you do get both the heads. And also, by the way, the company is investing, the manufacturer is investing in making new heads. So they have in development, it's being finished right now, a head that actually it polishes your floor. It'll be a rotating head. It'll be a rotating head that you put polish on, and you'll be able to polish your floor as well. There are all kinds of other different heads that are all currently being developed. So once you've got the system, all you'll have to do in the future is buy new heads. One of the things you will discover about this is it's incredibly, incredibly good quality. It's well made, it's built to last. It took 18 years in development to finally figure out how to break the mold when it comes to making steam mops. And because the boiler's in the head, both on the triangle and also the rectangular head, because it's patented, nobody else can do it. Lots and lots of people, by the way, going for the extra triangular pads. Again, you can use each head on whatever surface you want. The benefit of the triangular is that, as I say, if I'm holding it here and then I get up to the corner, then it immediately will pivot, and it's just very, 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 very maneuverable. So I can go all the way along there, and then I can come like that, and I can come all the way back down again. By the way, you get a 5-meter cable with it too, and that just wraps around your cord tidy, which is in the handle. So it's very, very easy to store, and it's very long for you to be able to get everywhere. But I want to tell you something. Has anyone done this yet? I've suggested on a couple of shows that if you use cleaning products, and if you can be bothered right now, do you want to learn something? Do you want something that's going to shock you and surprise you and amaze you to happen in the next 30 seconds? Because I can provide that service, ladies and gentlemen. If you can be faffed, go to wherever you keep your all-purpose cleaning product, whether it's for bathroom, say a bathroom cleaner or a kitchen cleaner. Kitchen cleaner particularly, let's do kitchen cleaner, right? But if you've only got bathroom cleaner to hand, that's fine. When you get it, I want you to read the application instructions on the back of the bottle. And what you're probably going to find, it will vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, but they all have to put them, I believe by law, they have to give you instructions for usage. And it's going to tell you how to spray the spray on. I think we all know that part. And then it's going to tell you how many seconds you need to leave it there for it to be effective. If this is one of these antibacterial cleaners or a cleaner that says it kills 99.9% of germs and such, it will tell you how long you have to keep the liquid on the surface. And it's, the one I read, 7 seconds. When was the last time you ever did that? I've never done it. Spray, wipe. Hasn't killed the germs. Honestly, have a look. If you don't believe me, go have a look. I promise you. Antibacterial wipes. You do a whole surface, don't you, with one wipe, maybe even several surfaces. Read the instructions. It tells you that it will only be effective over a specific area, which is usually quite a small square. And again, you have to go over that area several times. It will tell you on the instructions before its claims are met. No one ever does that. Wipe, 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 throw it away, right? Ain't working. With this, do you want me to show you how to sanitize a floor and kill 99.9% of germs, bacteria, spores, mold, because you can use this on mold. See that tile there? Right, watch this. Press the handle, you can hear it injecting the water. When the lights light up, then the steam is ready. They're going to come on any second now. It takes about 20, so there it is. Right. Done. The steam coming out of that is 100 degrees. Almost immediately on contact, it kills the germs, it kills the viruses, it kills the bacteria. So, and by the way, the thing about microfiber is the fiber will trap the dirt because it's like little hooks. This is why you don't use fabric softener. But also with mops, even if you've got a microfiber mop, you say, well, microfiber mop does the same thing. But as soon as you put a mop in a bucket of clean water and put it, and if it's a brand new mop head and you put it on the surface, the second you move that mop head around on the floor and it picks up dirt, you're now spreading the dirt around. Yeah, but Rob, you're doing the same with that? I don't know why that question came from Birmingham or somewhere in the environs. No, I'm not, because the microfibers are holding the dirt, but also this dirt here, right, all of that dirt has all been completely sanitized. So there aren't any germs in there. There's no bacteria or up to no, it's reduced it by up to 99.9%. Does that make sense? So when you push this mop head around, it continues to disinfect, continues to sanitize, continues to deodorize, continues to clean, which is why you can use the same mop head until it's almost filthy, you know, so you can barely see the white. Because the steam is constantly coming through it and it's killing any of the nasties that are in there. Honestly, this is absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to get one for my home, and I recommend you get one for yours. Here's how to order.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
And by the way, just checking. Yeah, this is ShopOnTV. That we're here.
Oh.
We're here on ShopOnTV right now.
Amazing.
No, Jess Woods is back.
Hello.
Not just any Jess Woods, the Jess Woods, ladies and gentlemen, who many of you might recognise from various different sizes of screen. Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So Pro Skins.
Yes.
I feel almost ill-equipped to talk about these, except I know I know more about ProSkins and these leggings than I really rightly should know, because I know so many ladies who use them. Now, we did warn you that certain sizes were limited. Size 20 in the black has now sold out. I'm afraid that is no longer available. So other sizes are also vulnerable. It was size 8s were vulnerable in all colours. Size 18s are vulnerable in all colours. Size 10 now across the board is vulnerable. In fact, actually, most of the sizes in most of the colours are now vulnerable. You get black, you've got slate grey, you've got your navy blue, your pink dotty in the leggings. You have basically the black, the navy and the grey in the tops, but also the Atlantic blue, which is the new colour.
Yes.
And I don't think we've got the Atlantic blue in these leggings yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
That's coming
at some point. It will be. It will be on its way.
Yeah. And you'll want all of them. Why don't you just do yourself a favour? I mean, you're not going to accept this. You're not going to do it, I realise. But you're going to pay 2 lots of shipping and handling. Postage and packing. Sorry, shipping and handling is very American. $4.95, by the way, is capped. I don't know if I mentioned I lived in America for about 15 years. The postage and packing of $4.95 is capped. So if you bought 82 pairs of leggings and 49 tops tonight, and a steam mop and a partridge in a pear tree, you'd only pay $4.95 postage and packing. But you're not going to do that, because I know what you're going to do. You're going to buy one, unless you've used them before, you're going to buy one, probably the black leggings, and then you're going to get them at home, you're going to wear them for 8 hours a day, and after a few days, the first time you take them off, the chances are you're going to go, good Lord, or words to that effect. And then you're going to come straight back and you're going to buy the rest of them, and you're going to have to pay another postage and packing charge. So what you might want to do is save yourself the extra $4.95 and just get as many of them as you can now, and maybe you could be getting results like this. Look at that. Extraordinary.
So, if you've just tuned in, you're thinking, wait, you've talked about leggings.
Yeah.
What's this? What's this before and after all about? We are talking about ProSkins. This is not your standard clothing apparel. It's called intelligent apparel. Now, this before and after right here is by wearing the leggings you have just seen on your screen for 8 hours a day for 28 days. Now, if you're thinking, what? Hang about, how does that work? Actually, there's a lot of science gone into these garments. These are not your everyday pair of leggings you're going to pick up down the high street, okay? And there's a reason they sell out over and over again every time we bring them on Shop on TV. Now, they're made right here in the UK, something we're really passionate about. We are a small family business. There's probably 15 of us in the building on a good day. We're based in Mansfield. And Loughborough University helped create the compression in these garments. Not tight, not restrictive, but if you're flying, you've got heavy legs, swollen legs, you are going to adore these garments. But it's all about the skincare that's in them. This is the thing you will feel when you've taken them off after the first wear. Your skin will feel softer, smoother, more moisturised, because there are billions of tiny microcapsules in your ProSkins. Whether you're going for the leggings or the tops, they're in there. And the heat your body is giving off naturally. You could be wearing your ProSkins right now, sat at home, watching us.
Eating a bucket of chicken.
Literally. And your ProSkins, it's massaging the ingredients. That was very specific.
That's what I'd be doing.
I'd be going for pizza.
Okay.
Now, smoothing and toning, shaping and firming your skin just whilst you have got them on, okay? They're designed to regulate your body temperature, great at keeping you warm if you're struggling with the cold at the moment. But also, ladies, if you get really hot, they will wick away sweat and cool you down. The ingredients have been designed to last there at least 100 washes. That has been wash tested for you. And we'll go into the washing and how you do it, but it's dead simple. You just throw them in the washing machine. And these are the clinical trial results that are on your clothes. This is where the game changes. An 18% increase in skin elasticity was measured after a clinical independent trial of 56 days, all right? 74% reported a decrease in the appearance of cellulite. So whether that's legs, tops of the arms, bust, tummy, where do you want to see the decrease of that cellulite? Centimetre loss was measured across the board, and a tighter, smoother, firmer skin was also measured. And that's just in 8 weeks. We're only in January.
I got up close and read the small print there. So it was up 56 consecutive days.
Yes.
But it was a blind clinical study. Now that means that I presume some
50
people...
ladies thought they were wearing the garment.
Yes.
And 50 ladies were actually wearing the garment.
So some of them were placebo, just like they do with in the same, well, not just like, but in a similar way that they do clinical trials. Yeah.
The other side saw no difference.
Bottom line, they work. Do you know what? If somebody came up to me and said, "Here's a pony. If you lick the pony 3 times a day, it'll make you rich, and it's got clinical trials that's proven to work," I'd think, how's licking a pony going to make me rich? But I'd lick the pony. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, But in this case, you don't have to lick a pony. This is, you put this on the ProSkins advertising. ProSkins, you don't have to lick a pony.
Yeah, I'll mention that to the team.
Please do, see what they say. I think it's a great idea. You get to look amazingly attractive in these premium quality leggings or tops. You get to feel really good because, again, it's not shapewear per se.
No.
But it holds you together. I wish I had something like that. Short of wearing a corset, there's nothing I can do about this at the moment.
No, they feel
You know.
great.
Yeah.
Shapewear is a whole different ballgame, ladies. We know.
Yeah, just
It's
love
tight, it's restrictive. You want to take it off after 2 hours.
I'm sorely tempted, I wouldn't tell anyone, but I'm sorely tempted to have a pair at home and just sit there when no one else is going to see
Yeah, these just hold you in. They look after you. If you'll know what I mean by that, ladies. There is an 18% elastane stretch in here, so
That's a
really
lot.
stretchy. When we talk about, our other fashion, we go, oh, this has got a 5% elastane.
Yeah, my jeans are about 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has got an 18% elastane stretch
Incredible.
in it there as well, okay? So whether you're apple-shaped, pear-shaped, petite, tall, there's a reason we don't need to do different leg lengths as well, is this fabric just fits. It's got a
That's a good point.
4-way stretch, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what shape or size you are,
Yeah.
they are designed to fit you.
So if you're between sizes, what would you recommend?
I would say if you're between sizes, go up. For the pure reason is you don't want them to be too tight or restricted.
No,
That's not the point. The graduated compression in here will work as long as
Yes.
you go for your size.
I can see why, because look, if I don't know what size this is, but let's say it was an 18, clearly that's not 18 inches.
I think this is probably a 12.
A 12, but
or
it's
10.
still, they're going to give when you put them on, aren't they? So there's going to be a little bit
Oh,
of,
I'm in my size, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see the stretch that is in here,
Sure,
okay?
sure.
But it just stays there. The waistband doesn't roll down, it doesn't move. So if you do like your gym classes and your circuit classes, your
Yeah.
body pump, you don't need to worry about the waistband moving, it stays there.
Yeah.
But you don't just have to wear them to the gym.
Well, I was going to say, forget the fact, if like me, by the way, I was going to ask earlier, it's a bit mean, and I'm speaking from personal experience. How many 44.99s have you wasted by not using your gym membership
Oh, my
in the
goodness.
last month or two? I mean, I pay $25.99 a month. I haven't been for 2 years.
25. Where do you go into
I
the
go-
gym?
well, I'll tell you
Mine's in
later.
Mansfield, and I'm paying £40 a month.
Well, there you are. I'll let you know. I'll give you the name of my person. But the point, yeah, all right. So you don't go 1 month. You've wasted
Yeah.
a pair of ProSkins leggings, basically. But forget the fact about activewear, because if I was at the moment, I do love going to the gym actually when I go, but I haven't for a while, and you can see the results. But the fact is that so I don't want somebody on telly barking at me. Oh, you've got to do this. You've got to go to the gym. You've got to work out.
Yeah.
You've got to exercise. Blah 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 blah. And maybe you're the same. And these are high-end fashion. It's like if you could go to the Harrods of leggings, that in my mind is what, I mean, they probably sell their own leggings, so you probably can go to the Harrods of leggings. But these, I believe, would be akin in quality. I mean, you have not skimped on anything.
No.
I mean, you have a choice as a small family company
Yeah.
to make them from cheap materials or premium materials, and you only use the very best that you can get your hands on.
Yeah,
with all of this.
we do, and the way that they've been constructed, even things like the waistband being double layered so it doesn't roll down, every single thing has been thought about in here,
yeah.
okay? But you're absolutely right, these are really a step above of the rest, and January can be a tough month. There is a lot of things out there that we should join gyms and we should be new year, new me, and actually most of the creatures out there are hibernating still in January.
Yeah.
I feel like we're the only like species that go, no, I've got to make changes, I've got to, and it's still dark and it's cold and we want to comfort eat and there's great TV on.
We wait till the first day of the year to
Yeah.
decide to be healthy. Look, I know for a fact the reason that I'm overweight is I eat too much and I don't exercise enough and I eat the wrong kinds of food. I get it. There's much more to it. It's much more of an addiction, really. But the fact is that if when I make my mind up that I'm going to do something about it, 2 years ago I lost 6 stone. I weighed myself tonight and realised I've gained every single pound of it back. But fortunately, haven't gone past where I first started. So now I've got another 6-month journey to go to get rid of it all. I'll get to it eventually. I'm trying very, very hard.
Don't you find that when you get that one thing that sparks it, that starts that change, you go, oh, I might do this now, and then
Well,
I might
that could
do
be this. This could be the
This
catalyst.
is where a lot of people come in for ProSkins,
Yeah.
is that maybe January's felt a little bit overwhelming for you and you do want to get fit, you want to run that marathon, you want to do this, you want to be able to run around with the kids, and these are all fitness goals you're working towards.
Well, can we see
Something
those before and afters?
Yeah.
The ladies, so didn't mean to interrupt, but if I were just sitting at home slobbing out, as I normally do of an evening, in front of the telly, and I've had my fish and chips, and I'm into the first bottle of Chardonnay, Gemma, if we could show those. So, there. Sorry, Kieran. Okay, that's not the one I was necessarily thinking of, but the legs one. Would you mind if we see the leg? We'll get to it in a minute. But the point I was trying to make, which this isn't helping me to illustrate. There we go. Is that if you were slobbing out, but you were wearing your pro skins, you've paid about the equivalent of a budget gym's monthly admission to get one pair. And by doing nothing, these ladies did no exercise, they did not change their diet, they weren't allowed to as part of the clinical trial. You got those results, and wouldn't you look in the mirror and go, blimey, that's what my legs look like when they're slimmer.
That's the catalyst.
Do you know what? Maybe I will go to, exactly.
Maybe I'll drink a bit more water.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll walk and drop the kids off at school in the morning instead of drive. They're all little changes that we can make, and Pro Skins are an amazing place to start. But I also want to think flip side, if you can't exercise for whatever reason, you don't have time, it's too expensive.
If you're not physically capable.
Yes, exactly. Then these are garments that are designed to help with any swelling, any swollen legs that you might be suffering with, and also look after your skin at the same time as well.
What about age? I mean, I'm sure there'll be some ladies out there who'll say, well, there's no point in me wearing them, I'm far too old.
My grandma's in her 80s.
Right.
And she had never worn a pair of leggings till I got a job at Pro Skins, because I work for the company. This is why I get to bring the garment across the world. And I bought my first pair about 9 years ago, was a complete skeptic, bought them, fell in love with them, asked for a job, ended up marrying into the company quite literally, and here we are. I'm now part of the family business. And when I started working for them, I told my grandma about them, and she said to me, Jess, I've never worn leggings in my life, and I'm not going to start now. And I said, try them. I think they'll help you, because she suffers with swelling in her legs. And now, after working at the company and hearing incredible stories all over the world of people, maybe it's not yourself, but you buy it for your mum, or you buy it for your grandma or a sister or a friend, and the stories that they have by wearing these garments makes me very proud to work for this company.
You know the one thing I've never heard?
What?
In 5 years, I've never heard one person come up to me and say, you know those Pro Skins? They're a load of rubbish. It's all nonsense.
Very good point.
It's all the B word. No, never, not once. Quite the opposite, in fact. Let me phrase this right. If I'd said to somebody, if I took your Pro Skins off right now and offered you 100 quid for them, how would you feel? The answer would first be absolutely no way, Jose, or all right, I'll take the 100 quid because I can buy two more pairs of leggings.
That's all I thought. I'd be like, you can have them, you can buy two more.
Precisely. Every lady I know, not only do they love them, not only have they seen results, but they also have every single colour and style available. I mean, who at that last place we worked didn't have less than 4 or 5 pairs? I can't think of anybody.
But everybody starts with black, though, which is the reason that it sells out pretty much every time.
Would you mind giving a personal testimonial?
Oh,
are you a bit shy?
Charlie's our floor manager.
To come on the air. Charlie's our floor. I'm asking her this because she wears them. Would you mind, or would you rather not?
Come on, Charlie.
Do you want to grab a mic? Is there a mic she can grab, or shall I just share mine?
Talk into mine.
Yeah, if you don't mind grabbing. So, Charlie, honestly, I've just sprung this on her. If you don't want to, I'm no pressure whatsoever. I won't hold it against you, except at the Christmas party. But let's hear from a real user, shall we?
Yeah.
I mean, well, you're a real user, but you're the rep, you know.
Yeah, but now I work for them.
You know,
so, yeah.
I'm not a real user, unfortunately. I wish I were. That would involve a fairly serious lifestyle change.
Shall I talk about the ingredients?
Yeah, why don't you? That's a good idea. Yes.
So the ingredients that are in your Pro Skins garments to create these wonderful before and afters, to give you incredible results, are here. So 5 active natural skincare ingredients. Now, what I love about Pro Skins is they're not ingredients you don't know about. I do not have to sit here and explain this ingredient and what it does, and you've got to get out the dictionary or get on the search engine. You know retinol stimulates collagen. You know you want that in your skincare. That is in your garments, okay? Kick-starting collagen formation, which starts to deplete around the age of 25. You want to look after your whole body? You get yourself a pair of Pro Skins. Vitamin E is a very well-known antioxidant. Now, your skin absorbs free radicals from the air all the time, for things from pollution or UV damage, and vitamin E will help repair and protect that, okay? Aloe vera is going to be cooling and moisturizing and softening. You know how great your skin feels when you put aloe vera on it. You're going to get that the whole time you've got these on. Ceramides, so important this time of year, ladies. Dry skin, flaky skin. Ceramides will act as a protective barrier, trap moisture in there to give a plumper, more hydrated skin. And caffeine, very well-known stimulant. A lot of beauty brands out there are creating whole ranges based on caffeine now. That is in your garment, in your leggings, in your tops, whatever you're going for today. Just do Do not miss out on it. We make our garments as quickly as we can, but this is all the stock we've got tonight, all right? So please, if you know your size and colour, stay true to size, by the way, then make sure you're getting those baskets checked out.
Seriously do. It is, and actually we've sold out of one size. The other sizes are all about to sell out. So we'll go through specifically which, but basically every colour, every size, all very vulnerable. We're down to single figures on all of them. So Charlie, are you ready? One minute, I feel terrible because if it was my son, the other floor manager, he'd have been on it before you could even say Scotch eggs. So remember, these are the colours that you get, are either the black, although that's not a colour, it's a tone. You also get the grey, that's the navy. That is a colour.
It's like a midnight navy,
yes.
So really dark. That's going to go with black tops in the wardrobe, whites and creams. So a really nice option to go for if you're thinking, oh, I want to get a couple of pairs today. Then the navy is a good one to go for.
Size 8, 20 and 22, very vulnerable. By the way, please understand that and this was, I don't know why they did it like this, but all of the colours are on a different item number. So 622578 is the navy. What was the black, please, Gemma? The black is what the item number is. Oh, in fact, we'll put it on the screen for you. So let's do it again. 802380. Now, you can either quote that number to the customer service rep if you're calling on 03333 241 241. Or if you go to shopontv.co.uk, either put that item number in the search bar, it'll take you straight to the product, or you can just follow the link. You'll see ProSkins on the homepage, it'll take you through and you'll be able to find it. So that's 8 to 22, that's your black. Lots of you are adding in the black top as well. We'll go through all the tops in a moment too. So we got as far as the grey, the slate grey. So if you want the grey leggings, details are coming on the screen for you any moment. Oh, sorry, graphite. I keep saying
this
slate
looks
grey.
really good
Graphite.
with creams, with your brown boots, you know, the ones with the fur lining in there, the faux fur lining. The grey looks really nice this time of year.
I apologise. My new tops, I had a slate grey in there, and that's why I've got slate grey stuck in it. It's one of my favourites. I'm going to wear it maybe tomorrow. So all sizes are vulnerable in the graphite. Item number 946, 123946. Then you also have your pink dotty, which I love that. It's
I love
kind
that.
Of wacky.
Yeah,
I love
if
it,
you like your pattern leggings, your print leggings, you're thinking, oh, I want to get a couple, and I don't know which ones to go for. Get black and get one of these for your Pilates and your body pump and your step classes. They just look fun.
They're so LA.
Did
I mention I lived in Los Angeles for a while? So size 20 and 22 have sold out in the pink dotty, and all other sizes are vulnerable. We'll do the shirts in a minute, but Charlie, come on in, Charlie, if you don't mind. Stand the other side of the podium. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our absolutely extraordinarily amazing floor manager, Charlie, with a Y.
With a Y.
With a Y, that's right. You have to come up with a little catchphrase, maybe. So, how long have you been using ProSkins?
Probably about 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
How many pairs do you own?
About 6.
6, okay.
Yeah.
How do you wear them? What's your routine?
So I wear them. I'm wearing them tonight.
Well, listen, Charlie is moving around humping set pieces and, you know, and
lifting
so
things.
do you find them comfortable to wear for that?
Yeah. Do you know, my favourite thing is that they don't fall down. The waistband does not fall down. The amount of pairs of leggings that I've had before that roll down every time, especially if you're at the gym and you're kind of lifting weights or you're like yoga posing.
Yeah, and Pilates and all that kind
All
of,
your leggings roll down, you spend forever kind of hitching them up and moving around, but
yeah.
stay in place.
So, not how, do they work?
Yes.
So what have you noticed yourself personally? Without going into personal specific.
So I think my skin just was a lot smoother, like after every time I wear them. And I think it's just knowing that you're have that kind of confidence to feel a little bit better about yourself.
Right.
And that I think when you are moving around, especially in the job that I do, I kind of, like you say, lifting a lot of things, picking up things, knowing that they're going to kind of hold me in place and keep me secure, but also do all those things, amazing things.
Can you remember your first pair, or is that too long ago? Can you remember when you got a pair for the first time?
I think so.
So, do you remember the first time you saw results? Because that must have been a seminal moment. I mean, you'd remember that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And what did you think?
I think it's the confidence, and also, yes, enough to buy more pairs.
Yeah. And presumably after 6 years, did you say? Sorry, not 7. You've replaced a number of those, I would have said.
Yes, but I still wear my other ones because I can still use them as gym leggings or leggings.
Right.
To wear
So even though the active ingredients after 100 washes have gone, you still... So, Charlie, and we pay her very handsomely here, by the way, you know, 7 years, you could have afforded to buy a lot more different types of leggings, but you've still got your original ones.
Yep.
And the fact that a £45 pair of leggings has lasted 7 years with no holes, I assume. Well, other than the one that you
Apart
put
from
your
the
legs
ones
through.
that I used to play netball in. Sadly, they...
It's a particularly abrasive sport. Isn't
Yes, it is, especially when you fall on your hands and knees.
it? Right, yeah, good point, yeah.
I still have them, but
Yeah.
sadly I don't wear them as much.
So if you are active, running, or even just
Yeah.
walking the dog.
Walking the dog.
Yeah, yeah. If you have an active job, you're on your feet all day. Is there anything that maybe we haven't covered that, as a personal user of Pro Skins, that you can think of that you would say to people and recommend why they buy them?
I think it's, again, going back to just the confidence that it gives you, and also they don't just look good, they feel good as well. And the reliability, you know that you're going to get that result after wearing them.
Yeah.
I think Jess earlier referred to being on a long haul flight. I actually wore my Pro Skins when I went travelling as well, and I wore them on every single flight. And I went to Australia. I changed over in multiple airports where the time changes and the temperature differences were
Well, I was
like
going to ask about
hot
that.
to cold.
So do they keep you cool in the
and
hot
then
and warm in the cool?
You can just pop your trousers on top if you need that bit extra layer, but regulating your temperature, they're great.
So you don't find that they're sort of sweaty and clammy, even if
Not
you're
at all.
working out?
Not at all.
And they don't pong after
No.
a few days?
Definitely not.
Listen, thank you so much. I'm sorry I sprung that on you.
That's okay.
But there you go. A completely, I mean, I suppose it was a solicited testimonial because I asked you to come and do it, but an unexpected one. So thank you very much, Charlie. We
You're very
appreciate that.
welcome.
I think she got the job, right?
Going to go back to that job now.
Yes, absolutely. Mine's a gin and tonic. Thank you so much. I mean, that is absolutely typical. That, honestly, that reaction, and then there are some ladies I've met who just gush and effervesce about how amazing
I think
they're transformative.
We've got a clip of film actually of ladies talking about it. I don't think we've played that this morning.
Oh, that's a good point.
A testimonial clip. But
We'll find it.
I really liked what Charlie said there about confidence, and that's the thing with Pro Skins. I've known many ladies across the last 9 years of being involved in the company that have bought these and worn them as their tights to begin with the skirts over the top, you know, with the boots, wearing it as that sort of look because they don't feel comfortable enough to wear a pair of leggings as is. And then I've seen these ladies progress with their fashion sense and progress to then wearing it as a legging and a little bit then of a shorter top, and because they're seeing results around the leg area, they're feeling more confident. They know that if you are suffering with cellulite at the moment, that you can't see through the fabric, the lumps and the bumps and the cellulite. You've got that opacity already, so that confidence to wear them straight away. But the way that these will transform your legs, like they have done the before and afters that we've seen throughout the show as well, is what it is all about.
I gotta say, right, and I'm not tactful. I know I'm not tactful. I don't try to be tactful. I do sometimes, but there are certain types of leggings, ladies, you know this. And if, you know, like me, you are slightly more gravitationally challenged, shall we say, I've seen ladies who I know that they must be embarrassed by it because when they go to bend down and the leggings are not necessarily covering their bits, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily look comfortable. You can see that they've rolled over. And I have the same trouble because I gain all my weight on my belly. This is all visceral fat here. So I have trouble with my trousers kind of wanting to roll over. I have to wear a thick belt that then digs in my belly. It's horrible. So everything about these, it's not just confidence, but God, it's got to be about comfort.
Comfort, the way that they fit as well. I love the fact that they have got all of that stretch, but they stay in place. And the reason they're called Pro Skins is because they feel like a second skin. You literally get them on, ladies, and you forget you're wearing them. The same with the tops. You layer over the top of them, you go about your day, you don't have to worry about what you're wearing, and they are so comfortable that then you will struggle to go back to your trousers and your jeans because you've been so comfortable with your Pro Skins.
Gemma, if you're not careful, I'm going to bring you down to the studio because Gemma's our producer. She said she spent more money on one pair of designer branded leggings that didn't have any of this kind of stuff. I bet you they weren't as good a quality as this.
There's a big brand out there that are retailing on average their leggings for around £70–80 a pair of leggings. Wow. Okay, and they've got the brand names on there. We all know which brand I'm talking about.
Yes, yeah.
The brand does not contain skincare ingredients in there. I'm not sure if their compression was tested at Loughborough University. I'm not sure if the fit is the same. Maybe they help wick away sweat. Great, but do they help regulate body temperature? This garment has a silver antibacterial treatment in it.
Yeah.
All of that, and then you
Which
look at that
delays-
price and
yeah,
go,
yeah.
oh, and they're made in the UK.
So the silver, as we know, is a natural antibacterial,
Yep.
right? So do your own research, as we like to say, because I'm not a scientist. I don't know any of the facts and figures, but I do know that in general, it's known that's why they put it in bedding and various other things as well. So that's good. That means you don't have to wash them as much, because also apart from wicking away moisture, and it's the moisture is that those are particles of sweat that ultimately then they are producing the odour. If the sweat is being wicked away, there's nothing there necessarily to smell. And the fact that, again, 100 washes, these micro capsules, billions of them, that are giving you skincare from your neck to your ankles. Your neck to your ankles. I don't know of any other efficient skincare system that can do that. They look good, they feel good, they're premium
And
quality.
you might
they
lose some inches as well.
Well, you might lose some inches. Well, I was going to say, yeah.
testimonial ones.
Well, no, here are some ladies who actually have used these, and this is what they had to say.
Can we have a look at Tara's or Alyssa's?
I'm just looking into the camera to see where it is. I think, hold on, it's just over on the, where is it? There it is. Oh,
So
no.
this is Tara, and she did a 28-day trial, okay, which is what we urge you guys to do at home. Get a tape measure out, take your before and after photos when you get your Pro Skin. So it's going to be exciting. Tara said, my progress has been steady, and I have lost 6.25 inches total in 28 days. That's not too shabby for not doing a whole lot of anything, just wearing them at night for a minimum of 8 hours a night. Wow, I am so happy with these results. Look at my hips, 2 inches in 4 weeks. That's crazy. Well, 2 inches is a dress size. If you didn't know that, ladies, you probably do. But you can see 2 inches of a hip, 1 inch off the top of her thighs, 1¼ inches off the widest part of her thighs. That's not only aesthetically pleasing, that's comfort as well, especially in the warm months if you suffer with thigh chafing. 1 inch above the knee, 3/4 inch below the knee, and 1/4 inch off the widest part of her calf. That could be the difference between your boots fastening up.
Yeah.
And I've got a tape measure here just to help you understand what she has actually lost in total.
Yeah.
So that's 2 inches, so that's a dress size, okay? So that is the difference when you go down a dress size.
That's a dress size.
And that's what she lost off her hips, all right? So that's your jeans feeling a little bit looser, your linen trousers, if you're going on holiday, feeling a little bit looser. Now, overall, so with thighs, with knees, with calves,
6 inches.
6.25 inches overall.
Amazing.
Without changing diet or exercise habits. All Tara did was change her pajamas. That is it.
Now, have we got any more of those? Because I think
Yes,
there are
we do,
several.
we
Shall we
do.
read a couple more as well? I'm sorry, I thought we will be going to the video in a minute. We're just locating it. But if we've got some more of those testimonials, then here's Alyssa actually.
Okay.
The results just continue. This is just a handful. She says, I've seen real inch loss in just 4 weeks. It's not a quick fix, but it's actual results in a realistic amount of time without a change to my diet or exercise habits. 1/2 inch off her hips and the tops of her thighs, 2.75 inches off the widest part of the thighs, 1/4 inch above the knee, 1/2 inch below, and 1/4 inch on the widest part. And that was just from wearing them for 28 days.
So again, let's just look at the widest part of her thighs. So again, over a dress size, 2.75 inches. Now that was over both.
And that might be the thigh gap as well.
Yeah, but let me show you what that would measure out just on my leg. Obviously, it was over both of her legs.
Yeah.
But 2.75 inches off one leg
I mean,
is that much.
it's mad.
So that was over, widest part of her thighs of both thighs, okay? That is 2.75 inches in 4 weeks. And if you have just tuned in, you're thinking, I don't understand. How can leggings do that? You've got ingredients: tightening, firming, smoothing that skin, creating collagen, creating that tautness of the skin. Then you've got a graduated compression, which is keeping everything going, reducing swelling, massaging the ingredients in. That's how it works. When you logistically think of those two things together, it makes sense.
And those billions of microcapsules are in the leggings, they are in the tops. So everywhere the fabric touches is where the benefits are potentially going. And as I say, we have a video. It's not the best quality because I think it was filmed on someone's phone camera or something like that. But here are real ladies. Well, I don't care actually, because it's real, because it is. Here are real ladies, real users of Pro Skins telling you their experiences.
I'm Grace and I'm 25.
I'm Katie, I'm 35.
I'm Stephanie and I'm 52. I wear mine on a night out all the time. I wear them to the gym. People are always commenting, oh, I love your leggings.
They feel like a second skin. I mean, I even wear them as pyjamas. I've been wearing them for 6 years now. I wear them first thing in the morning, get up, put them on, wear them to work, and then wear them basically until I go to bed in the evening. But they feel very elegant as well.
I don't even have to moisturise in the morning anymore. It saves me so much time for work.
I feel weightless in them. I just feel so much lighter. It's a fantastic feeling. They're not like a normal legging, because they regulate your temperature, which is incredible, and it helps with the lumpy bumpy bits.
Keep touching my leggings in the car, they're so soft. That's not a whip.
They're really nice because they hold you in, but they don't hold you in too tight that you can't breathe. I heard they were really good for fluid retention. It doesn't necessarily have to be like active wear or sportswear. It's definitely multi-purpose.
The Luxe range is definitely my favourite. They're really girly, they've got floral pattern on there.
These make you feel really, I don't know, I feel sassy in them.
Those are your Pro Skins. You know, I want to say something that probably is unexpected, but I hope that you understand this as I say it, as the words come out of my mouth. I genuinely do care about the people who buy these products. I do. So, look, I'm not giving you my CV, but in 1994, I think it was the first time I went on air with the first shopping channel ever in this country. And I thought I was 22 or 23. I think I'm still the youngest home shopping presenter in the history of home shopping. Not now, I'm not, but I was then. And I was full of ambition and you know, I wanted to go to the States and make my fame and fortune as an actor. And I did one of those three things. I did go to the States. But I did also end up working as an actor for a number of years. But I've always come back. 7 years I stayed with that original shopping channel because it was an amazing company, amazing people, but also I got to meet customers very regularly. And in those days, we were the only game in town. So I couldn't walk down the street. People would everyone would recognize me everywhere I went and would talk to me. And the joy that I got from hearing people saying, you know, I bought this from you, I bought that from you, it's changed my life, it's done this, it's done that. And that means a lot to me. So, you know, look, I still work, I do other things, I present other shows, I still work as an actor when we're not on strike or pandemics or whatever. It's been an interesting, I am available actually if anyone wants to hire me. No, it's been a very interesting year for all professions, and the acting profession was also hit pretty hard. But the point is that you know, I'm standing here on ITV1 at this bizarre time of night, presenting to you because, well, you know, it's a job, it pays the bills, I get that, of course, I want to do that. But it is something that I do with real enthusiasm. And there's a point coming, so bear with me. Because I genuinely do care. I am a serial people pleaser. I love people, I'm a people person. And when you buy Pro Skins, when you check out your basket and just get a pair, go on. Please, just do it. If you want to, you can afford it. You know that what we're saying has to be absolutely provably true because we're on ITV. Otherwise, we'd be fined millions of pounds and taken off the air, and you know, and even, who knows what else, it could be worse. So there's that. So you can immediately trust that what you're buying is legit because it's got clinical studies, because it's been proven to reduce the appearance of cellulite and all those other benefits as well. So if you just take a leap of faith, because I'm a skeptical so-and-so, and I would question for the first time, and I don't know anyone who wears Pro Skins who hasn't. Everyone says to me, I was really skeptical at first, but then ... I have, of all the different types of product that I've presented over, what's 94, well, wow, 30 years. It's the 30th anniversary of me being in this business. And 7 years at the first channel, a couple of years at the last one. In the States, I ran a shopping network for a couple of years. I've presented dozens of infomercials and all kinds of things like that. So I've been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt and a spare t-shirt for every product you could possibly imagine. And I tell you what, no other product has had the feedback from viewers, the enthusiasm and the the joy and happiness and contentment and sheer gladness that they've bought the product and that it actually worked for them than with ProSkins. And we brought you our two best-selling products tonight, actually, the ProSkins, and I'd say when it comes to steam mops, this is the other one. Honestly, genuinely, I cannot wait to get my hands on one of these. What am I using right now? So I had a microfiber mop, and it was one of those microfiber mops that you put in the bucket and you press a pedal and it whizzes it around to drain it, which is a fabulous system. But the inherent problem with the mop is that you basically move, it's a mop, you're moving dirt around the floor. There's no other way to, you can't escape it, right? Then I treated myself to an electric spray mop, which has those replaceable pads. So what am I doing now, muggins? I'm paying, I don't know, a tenner every month for replacement heads. You know, but also what am I doing? I'm also then paying for the chemicals as well that go into that spray mop. And I had to pay for the mop itself. And the mop was 40 quid. And that was just a plastic mop that with some batteries in it. It didn't do anything without the pads and without the chemicals. So basically half the price of this. And this, by the way, is half the price of this. Our usual price is £199.99. This is the power of steam, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. When you press the handle, you'll hear some of the water being dispensed into the boiler. You will then wait until the lights on the front light up, which they're about to do in it takes about 20-25 seconds. And there they are. And now I've got superheated dry steam coming out the bottom of that mop at 100 degrees. So what I've got to do is that, gone. And then over here, now you can just go back and forth, but if you get a ground in stain, then you might want to give it a couple of seconds. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ba-dum. Now, do you see how easy that is? Now, the other thing you'll notice is obviously all the dirt is on the bottom, but where are the streaks? There aren't any. Where's the wetness? There is none. If that was a mop that I'd used there, you'd either be doing the towel shimmy, right? Or you'd be saying, stay off my floor, that was what every kid my age, well, not kid my age, kid who was a kid who's my age now, remembers probably from their parents shouting at them, maybe their mum, maybe the dad, stay off the floor. This is now bone dry, and there's a reason for that. But the thing more than anything else is I've sanitized that floor. That floor is now probably clean enough and sanitized enough to eat your dinner off. And if that was using chemicals, I wouldn't eat my dinner off it, would you? I'd eat my dinner, honestly, if I had something I could eat off that now, I absolutely would. But here's the other thing, I'm not recommending you do that, but here is the other thing. Chemicals, the inherent property of chemicals, and I'm not dissing chemicals, they have their place, but they do tend to dry sticky. So all the dirt that you've just taken off is replaced with a layer of sticky that then attracts more dirt. And then you have to clean that again, and so the cycle continues. But also, you have to then go and replace those chemicals when they run out. And the majority of a bottle of any chemical, whether it's a kitchen cleaner, a bathroom cleaner, tile cleaner, glass cleaner, etc., 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 is basically water. Well, here's water as well. You get the bottle with your Optimus Steam Mop system, you squeeze the water into the tank at the top. You use one of the microfiber pans, the two are included for both the rectangular head and the triangular head. You press the trigger and away you go, and there it is. Look, straight away it is virtually dry. This will remove anything from light stains to really, really, really heavy ground in stains, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. It does it quickly, it does it effortlessly, and it does it without any chemicals, just using regular tap water, which you already have in your home. Why pay extra when you've already got the cleaning product right there in your tap? It'll get into nooks, it'll get into crannies, it'll get everywhere that you need it to go. And as long as you are using it on a sealed hard surface, so in other words, the only thing, a treated wood, any kind of wood, it could be parquet, it could be composite, it could be anything, essentially any type of wood, as long as it is treated. You wouldn't use it on bare wood. And then you just take off the pads, you put them in the washing machine, you wash them. They can, don't use fabric softener, never use fabric softener with microfiber. because it clogs the pores and they don't pick up as well. And that's it. And then you can reuse. And because we give you an extra pad in both shapes in this bundle, you could be using one while the other one is being washed, and you can just sort of hot swap them. When you convert it to handheld mode, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Now you can do all your surfaces. You can do your worktops, your cupboards, your tile walls, your bathroom tiles, your cooker hoods, anything that is a treated wood, your windowsills, your painted windowsills. Just don't use it on emulsion paint because it will strip it. And if you don't use it on wallpaper because it will strip that. And again, as I say, one of the side benefits of owning this is that if you do ever need to strip wallpaper, then this is every bit as good, if not better, than one of those home paint stripping units that you would buy just to do that one job, or rent just to do that one job. So 3 modes. Eco mode is just for a quick sanitize. Normal mode is for your standard stains. Maybe, you know, sort of residue from cooking in your kitchen. And then you've also got a turbo mode, which is great, not only for cleaning, but sanitizing, deodorizing carpets as well, and helping to reinvigorate them. Because what steam does, the steam creates a sort of a, so I'm told, a sort of a static charge, which makes the fibers stand up, which is what is then releasing the dirt, the ground in dirt, that then is being caught by the microfiber. But also, if you've got pets, you've got to have one of these if you've got pets, because if they go around doing little wheeze, this will completely and utterly denature their urine smells. It will totally deodorize their urine smells. So it will also stop them from repeat offending in certain places. But also, if you've got pets that shed and you want to help remove the pet hairs, again, steam is phenomenal with that static, along with the microfiber, for being able to pick up all of the hairs too. And again, any dirt they bring in from outdoors, and that they're sitting on the sofa, or they're lying on the bed, or they're lying on the carpet, it's also completely sanitizing and deodorizing and all of that stuff too, which it's not easy to throw a carpet in a washing machine. Up to 99.9% of germs, viruses, odors, fungus, spores, bacteria, maybe not fungus. I suppose bacteria is a type of, what do you call it? Mold is a type of fungus, isn't it? So yeah, you can use this actually to get rid of black mold in showers and things like that, depending on how severe the case is that you have. So you can always do a little internet research if you wanted to find that out. So the point I'm trying to make is that with just water, you've got one of the best ways to clean. But going back to the fact that not just, when I said not just for your floors, so up here we have a little button. And you'll notice that there are 2 knuckle joints. There's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. So if you wanted to change the head, you'd do exactly the same as I'm about to do here. So just here is a little button, right? Can you see that? You pull it back, and that releases. If it's engaged, then you'll hear it clicks. That's how you know it's locked into place. Pull it back, remove that, pull out, if I can do it, the tube, like so. This is where I need 3 hands. Thank you. I'll just put that there for now. And let's say that I want to now use it handheld. All I've got to do is get the rectangular attachment. Can I show you the tip too? Have a look in here, right? So in here, you'll notice how it works. So you have I don't know how well we can see that. The bottom channel is your electricity, and then you've got 3 little holes. Are we seeing those holes at all? Sort of. And that's where the water, they're like water jets that go down into the boiler. Remember, this is patented. It's as far as we know, the only steam mop that has the boiler in the head. And that's how and why we're able to produce 130 degree steam in the boiler and 100 degrees at point of contact. So to use it handheld, all I've got to do is pop that in. There's only one way you can do it, and I did it the wrong way. There's a little knot at the top, or a little groove, and then you put it in. That's now ready to go for handheld. How do you put the what do you call it, the cloths in? Look at the quality and the way this is made. It's so well made. So you've got those little where are we? Levers that come up, and then you've also got sort of teeth that hold everything in place. So I'm going to put this under my arm. Oops. So I can take the microfiber mop. Not easy to do when you're on telly, but I'll have a go. Let's see how well I can do it. Ta-da! So there's that one. And then you turn it round and open up the other one. Round it comes. And if I can do this on telly, then I can assure you, you can do it in your own home. I've used a bit too much on the other side, but you get the idea. So now you can use that as a handheld unit. And if you were doing your carpets, well, here's the thing. If I went back and forth on a carpet, it's gonna ruche the cloth, isn't it? So what you get is you get your carpet glider attachment, which is a plastic attachment that just goes over the top like that, right? So now I can go back and forth on the carpets. Or I haven't got one, but if I had a chair here, I could do it on chairs, sofa, curtains, your mattress. Do you know the other thing about this? The other thing about steam? So if you have an allergy to dust mites, a lot of people do, and actually no, they don't. They don't have an allergy to dust mites. They have an allergy to dust mite poo. It's the droppings from the dust mites that actually can give us an allergic reaction. And the dust mites are actually harmless, but there are potentially loads of them in your mattress and your pillows and your duvet and all that kind of stuff. So steam will actually denature the sort of allergic properties of the poop. So this could very well help you to, as I say, deodorize, sanitize things other than just your carpets and your floors and hard surfaces. Go over your mattress with it, go over your pillows with it, go over your duvet with it if you want to. It's a great way using just the power of water and the power of steam to clean, to sanitize, deodorize, and make sure that everything is not only clean but also sanitary and without any chemicals whatsoever. Save all the money you spend on chemicals and just get one of these instead. It's simple to order, and here's how you do it.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days. Though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
You're watching Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E, and Jess Woods with a Z.
I like it.
How are you? Lovely to see you.
Very well, thank you.
It's going gangbusters out there.
Yes, it is. We're running out of stock very, very quickly.
We are. Here's a recap of the Pro. If you were trying to order the Pro, or a lot of people have ordered the Pro skins, 3/4 of the entire stock of the black has gone. So we've literally only got a quarter of the stock left. We're down to dribs and drabs in each size. Only sizes 8 to 16 in the black, and they are single figures on all of, on what was it, 8 and 16 are single figures. So if you want the 8 or the 16, you gotta be quick, and the other sizes are very low in stock as well. They're teetering above single figures, so honestly, not much left. It always goes crazy, particularly towards the end of the show, particularly on the black option as well. So on the other side, colours, excuse me, so on the navy, that's absolutely flying out the door. All of them, they're basically, I'm just going to save the trip, they're all flying. But black in particular, if it's in your basket and you want it, well, you've got to pay, innit? Because if you don't pay, you don't get them. I ain't sending you nothing unless you pay, all right? So come on, pay. Pony up and we'll send them out, all right? Sorry, I don't know, don't ask. You only have to do it, put up with it for a couple of hours. I have to live with it. No, seriously, you've got to check out if you want them. My director just said it's not the voices in my head that scare him, it's the ones in his own. Anyway, shall we explain what these are?
Yes.
For people who've just tuned in, leggings that can help reduce cellulite. Woohoo! That can't be right.
So if you have just tuned in and you're new to the world of ProSkins, hello, welcome, come and join us. ProSkins are not just a legging or a top, depending on what you're shopping today. It's not just a fashion show you've tuned in on. This is all about intelligent apparel. So garments which are clinically proven to help reduce the appearance of cellulite. As my producer Gemma just very cleverly said, yes, we are combining fashion with skincare. So really, ProSkins has its own category. We're not in the fashion or the beauty. We're in sort of a health and well-being category.
But also, skincare usually runs out, what, every month? You buy a new jar. Up to 4 years of use on this. It's still as effective, up to 100 washes.
Yeah, these are designed to last you for years. Okay, so how does it all work? What is it all about? Well, the garments are made right here in the UK, which is something we're really passionate about. I am part of the family business of ProSkins, and here is a little bit of footage from them being made in our factory. Now, Loughborough University helped create the compression of the leggings, so the testing to make sure it was helping with circulation, lymphatic drainage, and it was massaging these ingredients in. Now, these ingredients are in your leggings and your tops, contained in billions of tiny microcapsules. You can't feel them and you can't see them, so the garments don't feel sticky or anything like that. But the heat your body is giving off naturally when you wear these garments will activate the ingredients to be released into your skin, okay? So you don't need to be doing anything to get the ingredients working. And the graduated compression will help with any swelling of the legs that you may be experiencing. Now, these garments also help regulate your body temperature. And that was a technology that was founded when we began in 2005 making garments for elite sport athletes like your England rugby team. So when you wear these, ladies, they are designed to keep you cool if you overheat or keep you warm if you're too cold. But the clinical trials are what sets these garments apart. These are why they are not your everyday legging you're going to find in your local high street shop. These are your ProSkins garments. Independent trials found after an 8-week period, 56 days, an 18% increase in skin elasticity was measured. Would you like tighter skin on the thighs, the knee, the bum, the tum, the arms? Would you like to see a reduction in the appearance of cellulite? Yes, well, 3/4 nearly of the volunteers saw that. Centimetre loss was seen across the board. We've seen individuals lose inches, up to 6 inches lost. And tighter, smoother and firmer skin was found in over 85% of volunteers. That was just by changing clothing in an independent clinical trial. So they were not allowed to change diet, they were not allowed to change exercise, but if you're on your January health kit, you're doing the gym, you're eating better, then just think what results you could get by wearing this garment as well.
That is amazing. Do you know something else that's amazing? Can I just say what a professional Jess is? Because I went to have a little drink of water while that video was playing, and I realised now after that I just went and walked completely in front of you while you were looking at the monitor, and you just carried on.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. I know I like to draw attention to mistakes that nobody sees here at Shop on TV, particularly when I make them. But no, honestly, one mistake that has definitely not been made is with these. I wish we could beam ourselves into the viewers' heads at home and they could feel the truth, you know, permeating their consciousness, because these really do work. It's not just a clinical study. What are some of the other types of study? One of them is a perception study.
A perception study, or a sensorial study. So visually a perception study. Do you think you're seeing the cellulite reduction? Do you think you've lost centimetres? And a sensorial one is, how do your legs feel? Do they feel softer?
There's nothing scientific about that whatsoever.
No. It is literally, they'll just tick a box.
Because if you say this sandpaper, if you use it very gently, can actually help your skin feel softer, people get that in. But there will be people say, yeah, I genuinely felt this. Perception, reality, everyone's perception of reality is completely different, but we're not going to get into that right now. This is not only a clinical study, so it's done by an independent laboratory who specialise in this kind of thing, but it is a blind study, which means that 50 women, half the women were given ProSkins with the active ingredients and half of them were given ProSkins with nothing in them whatsoever. And what were the results?
And the results were measured at the end of that, okay? So that's where we saw the
Using proper measuring equipment,
Yes, with that, the bounce back of the skin, the way that it would recover, the length of time it took to recover.
Yeah.
So you can see the 18% increase in skin elasticity, 74% reported a decrease in the appearance of cellulite. So again, measured in the specific area that they'd have been measured in originally. Centimetre loss, well, obviously they measured with a tape measure on that one, and over 85% report an improvement in a skin compactness, smoothness, tonicity, and elasticity. Now, you might be a facts type of person, a numbers type of person, and go, they sound big, but maybe you're thinking, well, I'm more a visual type of person. What did that mean visually for ladies?
Right, yeah.
Well, here are some of the before and afters where visually
That literally looks like two different people.
Yes.
By the way, there was one statistic that's missed off of the graphic there, which is that 100% of people who had the placebo, the ones that didn't work, noticed no difference whatsoever. I mean, that honestly, if I had a cellulite problem and I used anything, I don't care what I would have used almost to get the result on the right-hand side.
You look at that,
I'd have done it.
$44.99 is a drop in the ocean. When you look at the results and the confidence, our lovely floor manager Charlie came on earlier, if you missed it. She has been a ProSkins wearer for around 7 years now, and she said something over and over again when she came on air, very, very off the cuff, and said it's about your confidence. Now, ladies, if you've got that holiday booked this spring and this summer, that cruise, this trip of a lifetime, this wedding, this engagement, this anniversary, and you can wear that swimsuit feeling a little bit more confident, those white linen trousers feeling a little bit more confident, then this is what this garment can offer you. It's not just about looking good right now and getting softer skin right now, though that does help. It is about those long-term benefits of you feeling more confident in your clothing and potentially going down a couple of dress sizes, because that is also what some of our ladies saw.
One of the in the other sort of the other graphics that we'll show later, where there are actual measurements of individual ladies and their testimonials, one of the ladies mentioned something that sort of struck a chord with me, which is that they're not instant results, but they are results, but they're real results over a realistic amount of time. If somebody tries to sell you a pill, a potion, a lotion, or whatever it happens to be that gives you instant results, it's just rubbish. There is virtually no, apart from MIE skincare, which is about the only thing I know that gives you instant results. Very little gives you instant results these days. And if it comes down to changing your body shape and appearance, instant just isn't real. So these, look, you're not going to put these on and notice a difference within the first minute.
No.
But roughly when do most people experience some kind of noticeable difference?
After your first wear.
Really? How long?
You will feel softer skin.
After 8 hours?
That's the first thing, because you've put moisturiser on your body for 8 hours. You put moisturiser on your body for 8 seconds and you feel a difference. So I would say, and I was a customer, and Charlie will vouch me on this one as well, that after your first wear, you take them off and go, ooh, something's happened there. My legs don't feel dry, they're not itchy, you know, the skin isn't flaking off. It feels like I've been moisturising, that's because you have.
So are you saying that the sceptical people here, within a day,
just try them on for the first time?
Will have all the proof they need.
Try them on. Try them on.
Try them, and then you'll never look back.
And then with the results you're going to see in a moment, like the inch loss, that is obviously minimum 28 days, I would say. Obviously, the clinical trial was done on 56 days.
Yes.
But a lot of our ladies that saw 2 inches, 6 inches in total, were over a 28-day period. So that's 4 weeks. I feel like I blink and it's 4 weeks. So in the grand scheme of things, 4 weeks to potentially change your body shape and embark on an incredible skincare journey and a body transforming journey is a very short amount of time.
I want to also state this. Even though you can tell, I don't eat the best diet at the moment. I'm never for a second advocating that you don't eat healthily. I know what I'm doing is wrong, and it's a choice. It's not a good choice. But I also know that the benefits of exercise and health in general. I understand all of that, although people would find it hard to believe sometimes, obviously, because I know that look, there are reasons why I'm this size. I'm not getting into that right now. But the point I'm trying to make is that we're not just saying, buy these and then you never have to exercise, or you can eat fish and chips every day for the rest of your life and there won't be any problems whatsoever. But what we are saying is that if you're not somebody who's able to exercise as much or be active or doesn't want to, these are a great start. And as we talked about earlier, you might just start to notice changes in your body I never forget, because when I lost that first 6 stone, I was too heavy or the first time I lost it, I gained it all back again. But the first 2 or 3 weeks, I was too heavy really to go to the gym to run. You know, I wasn't fit enough to be mobile to exercise effectively. So I thought I'd do 2 weeks of eating healthily, get a little bit off, and then I'd go to the gym. And I remember the first time I stepped on the scales and saw a 5-pound difference. And I'm like, oh, it's working, you know. And it gets you going, doesn't it?
That is that initial, isn't it? So whether for you it is feeling that softness on your skin already, whether it's for you after 4 weeks seeing the reduction in the appearance of cellulite and going, do you know what, I'm seeing a difference, I'm seeing where I want to be now, that this has started that ball rolling. And that makes you go,
but
right.
also, even if you're an Olympian, they're still giving potentially a lot softer skin. They're still putting good stuff in your skin all the time.
Do you know,
even if you've got the most beautiful face in the world, you still use a skin cream, I'm sure.
Exercise alone cannot help reduce the appearance of cellulite. You've got to have skincare involved in that. You've got to have the production of collagen being involved in your skincare routine, okay? So even if you are exercising and you're a big gym bunny saying, well, I've still got cellulite on the backs of my legs, I'm a size 6, I'm a size 8. Cellulite doesn't discriminate. You don't have to be a certain shape or a certain size to suffer with cellulite, okay? After puberty, you can be any age, shape, or size.
Is it just women that get it? Or
yeah, it's the way that our bodies are. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's the way that our bodies are structured.
So, and also, it's a shame that people have demonised that and made it about.
And it is a thing.
Yeah.
And for ladies, it might be that thing that's knocking your confidence. Don't get me wrong. If you love your cellulite and you're rocking your cellulite, just get these as a great pair of leggings that help regulate your body temperature. You feel good in. They don't roll down. You can work out in. Amazing.
All right. So let's take a couple of things off the table. Age, because anyone of any age, well, I mean, not kids, but you know, any adults, so 18 and up, I would say, can use them. Maybe even 16 and up, no?
We've got 13, 14, 15-year-olds. They're not using it for the cellulite, they're using it because they're great leggings.
Oh, so you do a kids range as well?
No.
Oh, just for the...
When you're around 12, 13, you're going to be sort of 8, 10, 12, that's the sort of size dress size you'll be wearing.
14. Well, then, in that case, ignore everything I just said, or at least that bit. But, OK, so let's take age off the table. But anyone up to 80, 100, it's never too early to start. Let's also take diet and exercise off the table. Because regardless of whether you're super fit and eat super healthily, or you're not, or you're the complete opposite like me, let's take that off the table, because everyone's getting benefits that diet and exercise can't help. Maybe supplementation, possibly internal supplementation could help a little if you take collagen supplements and things like that. Speaking of which, we actually next week are launching an amazing range here on ShopOnTV. So basically, if you're a lady and you have legs, the legging, and if you have a top, these are for you. Everybody needs them.
Yeah, the thing is,
and if you're going to wear the garments anyway, why not wear something that's doing something for you that's beneficial rather than something that's doing nothing except making you look good?
We get dressed every day. Most of us wear pyjamas every night. The only difference is you pop these on when you go to bed, or you pop these on under your work uniform, or you pop these on when you go to the gym, or you do the school run, or you take the dog for a walk. That's the only difference, is you pop your pro skins on and you let an intelligent garment deliver skincare into the largest organ of your body, which we should be doing.
Yeah, sure.
But we're useless at it because we have the best intentions. We buy the really good body creams, and first 2 days we're like, yeah, every time I get out of the shower, putting all the body cream on. Get sort to the end of the first week, I'll just skip it tonight, I'm a bit tired, or I'm in a rush, the door's just gone, I'm late to take the kids to school. And then all of a sudden you're into week 2 and you go, I can't really be bothered to do that anymore. And then that body cream sits on the shelf, gathering dust, getting dirty, getting mouldy, get all sticky, and then you think, oh, I'm not going to use that again, I'll throw that away. Yeah,
well, they have a shelf life as well. These don't. No shelf life whatsoever. Gemma is just, honestly, we should just get her down here as a testimonial. She's, if you could hear what we hear, it's incredible. It's very hard to stick to a routine. That's what she's talking about. This is a routine that's probably one of the only routines you'll ever stick to, unless you're going to walk around in the street with no trousers on. You know, and the fact is that these are elegant. You could have a lovely pair of boots, and you could have one of these tops and then a blazer. They've got business appeal. They've got very high-end sort of, going out appeal. Out on the. When I got to Tottenham Court Road Station tonight, and it's a Friday night in London. Given how cold it is, I'll just say I was surprised how little clothing was being worn. But there were lots and lots of people who were sensible, and they were wearing leggings, but in a very elegant and sort of like night out, kind of out type of get-up. You can wear them in the office, you can wear them at home, you can wear them to the gym, you can wear them in bed, you can wear them under your jeans as like a sort of pair of almost like thermals. You know, you can wear them in every which way you could possibly imagine.
I would say if you've
You
got
know,
any
even
holidays
a
booked as
skirt.
well,
Yeah, yeah.
wear them on the flight.
Yeah.
Because they're a compression garment, so they are designed to help with any swelling, any fluid retention that might happen when you're travelling. If you drive a lot, long car journeys, anything like that, or you're just sat down a lot or in bed a lot, you might be thinking, well, actually, these would be perfect for my mum. Then grab a pair for somebody that might need them for that aspect
You're
as well.
bedridden even, because as long as you're able to wear something like that, check with your healthcare professional. But I would imagine, because if I'm ever sick and I'm in bed for a few days, I start getting not like proper bed sores, but you start to get abrasion and things like that, don't you? Also, if your duvet hasn't, or your bedding hasn't been washed as regularly as you'd like, I know this is a small point, and this is why guys really need these, then of course because of the silver in these and the antibacterial properties of silver, then they're also a barrier against things that you might have in your bedding.
Yeah, you've got that silver in there, and do your own research on that, but you'll find silver in, as you mentioned before, mattresses, plasters, water filters. So silver is an amazing thing to have anywhere.
Yeah, we're not saying it's a cure-all for, if you wear silver suddenly.
No, but it's in your garments as well, so it adds that extra level of hygiene when it comes to wearing your pro skins. And how long they're designed to last between washes.
Hygiene's the word, isn't it? What I'm thinking more than anything else, because again, maybe it's a very male perspective, but price. Because $44.99, you can pay double that for a pair of leggings. And one of the things Charlie said to me that really stuck out, and I hadn't really thought about it before, is that the way these are designed, because they're premium materials, if ProSkins wanted to make these out of a higher quality material, none exists as far as I'm aware, unless you made them out of gold weave or something, but then they probably wouldn't work. But one of the things Charlie, our floor manager, said when she came on earlier is basically that it's the confidence that you get, but also, there was something else she said that was really, really important, and I've just completely gone blank. It'll come back to me. So yeah, I'll tell you in a minute when I've remembered what it was. I was listening to my producer, and then I completely forgot.
Should we talk
what
about the
I was
tops?
say. Hey, let's talk about the top.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you're wanting at the tops as well, because of course cellulite doesn't just appear on the legs, on the knees, on the bum, it can also appear on the tummy, on the arms, on the bust area. So
the tummy's the fact that most leggings they do roll down. And they don't pull up. If you've got flat hips and you find I've got at the moment, because I've got a big waist, my trousers keep falling down. Because I've got nothing to leverage them against. These.
Yeah,
no matter what shape you are, they stay in place.
They don't move, all right?
Senile moment over.
But we've also got the tops as well that you can pair really beautifully with the leggings, because of course that will work on any cellulite in the top half of the body, but also dry skin. If you're starting to see that skin in the top arm lose its elasticity, as it will do. I felt like I hit the age 30 and the upper arm changed.
Everyone said it look 30, so don't even get me started.
I know. Do you know what? I think I read a meme online the other day when everyone was like, why do they say when people say they look young, everyone says, oh, you look about 12. Why is it 12? Why is that the number? Everyone always says that to me. Oh, no, Jess,
I would have said about 21,
No,
22.
but it's the joke
but I know,
everybody says. They always pick the age. Charlie's agreeing with me. They always say the age 12. Yeah, whenever you see someone young, they go, oh, yeah, you look about 12.
Well, yeah, why is that a good thing?
But I don't know why we say 12. Anyway, I felt I got to about the age of 30 where that upper arm sort of started to lose its elasticity. And of course, collagen breaks down from about mid-20s. So it's never too early, if you will, to start any sort of skincare routine.
It's all downhill from the early 20s, ladies. Sorry.
It's not.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's not. You've just got to look after your skin.
No, it's not if you buy ProSkins.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
The tops that we have available for you, this is our best-selling top worldwide. So we do a few different variations, but this was a customer favourite, and it is our best-selling top all over the globe, because we are sold from here to Australia and everywhere in between.
Sure.
Now, the flattering V-neck ruched that you have here is really lovely, whether you've got a small bust or a large bust, it looks great. As a standalone top, it's nice. But because you've got an elbow length sleeve here, that will look really good under things. You'll be able to layer it easily, so you won't have a sleeve protruding under, let's say it's a blouse or a blazer. If you've got sort of a 3/4 blazer, that will sit really nicely under there. You've got a good length body in here as well, ladies, and you've also got that 18% elastane stretch in there, all right? So I would say if you're struggling with any cellulite, dry skin, loose skin on the top half of the body, or you'll just want a garment that will help regulate the body temperature, then this is going to be really nice. I'll just show you the ruching on that lighter top, because you'll see it much more clearer than the darker colours.
Yeah.
And
it's such a lovely style.
It is, it's really lovely. Size-wise, by the way, on the leggings and the top, stay true to size on this one, okay? It's made in the UK, about 2.5 hours from where we're stood right now.
Yeah.
If you're in between sizes...
What speed are you driving?
That's on the train, and then I drive.
Oh, okay, fair enough,
I'm driving, it's going to be 3.5 hours in central London.
5 hours was the last time I went.
Oh, don't.
I get the coach.
Yes,
About 3.5 hours
what?
on the coach.
And it's
Tip
a
shelf
really good
services.
price, the coach.
I know, about 15 quid, I think.
Really good, actually. Yeah. Anyway, if you're in between sizes, though, I would say in the tops and leggings, just go up. Just to give yourself a little bit more room. It's not meant to be tight or restrictive. Otherwise, just stay true to size.
If you have any questions at all for Jess while she's here, we've got about half an hour left on the show. Have we had any emails? I'm not sure. We'll have to check. studio@shopontv.co.uk. studio@shopontv.co.uk. Carol says hi. Carol's one of our regulars. How are you doing? And so does who? Christine and Paul. Hello to you both. Thank you very much for watching. I mean, these are super attractive. They are very well designed from a fashion perspective. These are a fashion item.
Yes.
But they're also a necessity, I think. They have benefits that go beyond any clothing I've ever come across before in my life. And also they're leisure wear and they're sportswear.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. If you buy one pair of these for $44.99, now you've got something that is daytime into evening wear.
Yeah.
Something that is to go to the gym,
and then
Pilates,
you just
or
come in
whatever.
from the evening, Rob, and you just get into bed.
And then you get and then your pyjamas.
Get into bed.
And then you wake up. In fact, actually, you could get up in the morning and not even have to change your
No, just
trousers.
go get your morning coffee.
I know.
Who needs to get dressed?
God, well, quite. I've been advocating that for years. They are super. They really. But the results, honestly, are real. And again, I don't get any commission from this whatsoever. I'm telling you the truth because I know it to be the truth, and because I know how much joy ProSkins have brought to is it millions? It probably is.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be.
Millions of people around the world.
We've been going for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
millions of people can't be wrong. They can only be right.
We've been selling the Slim range for over 10 years. Obviously, we began as a business in 2005.
Yes, yeah.
So we've been around a very long time, making garments for England rugby players, England cricketers, top British superbike riders. So we're very well versed in intelligent clothing, in garments that do a job for you, that not only look good, that the people at the top of their game have been wearing for many, many years. Then the technology was founded to implement skincare in our fabrics, and then the game changed for us, and that's what sort of catapulted our small family business across the world, and has ladies experiencing incredible results like this all over
Tara,
the world.
I mean, we've got a few of these. Well, let's just do them all, shall we? Here's Tara again, who says, my progress has been steady, and I've lost this is just ridiculous, isn't it? 6.25 inches in 28 days. That is not too shabby for not doing a whole lot of anything, just wearing them at night for a minimum of 8 hours a night. So basically, if you did nothing else and just wore them when you went to sleep at night for your 8 hours, they're working. Wow, she says, I'm so happy with these results. Look at my hips, 2 inches in 4 weeks. That's crazy. So 2 inches on the hip, 1 on the top of the thighs, the widest part of the thighs, 1¼ inches, 1 inch above the knee, 3/4 of an inch below, and 1/4 off the widest part of the calf. Which is, how much is that in real money, Jess?
So 2 inches is a dress size. If you don't know that, ladies, I'm sure you probably do, but that is what she lost in 4 weeks, was a dress size.
Right.
So if you're trying everything and just not being able to shift it, you can't go to the gym and spot target areas you want to lose. Unfortunately, it's not how it works. But with ProSkins, of course they're spot targeting, because you're only wearing it on the area that you want to improve.
Yeah.
So 2 inches off her hips, that's a dress size for you. Now overall, so with hips, widest part of the thighs, knee, calf, etc., in 4 weeks, by changing her pajamas and getting a good night's sleep, It was 6.25
Crazy.
inches that Tara
Amazing.
saw. That was the difference.
That was Tara. Who
That
else
was
have we
just one.
got? That's just one person. Let's have a look at another one, shall we? Here is Alyssa. Alyssa, she says, I've seen real inch loss in just 4 weeks. It's not a quick fix. This is the lady I was talking about earlier, but it's actual results in a realistic amount of time without, and this is the important bit, without a change to my diet or exercise habits. 1/2 inch off the hips and the tops of the thighs, 2 3/4 inches off the widest part of the thighs, above the knee 1/4, below the knee 1/2, and 1/4 on the widest part of the calf.
So again, let's just zoom in on the widest part of the thigh, 2.75 inches,
Yeah.
over a dress size. Not only aesthetically different, as we've seen in the before and afters, but also comfort-wise. If you struggle, especially in the warmer months, ladies, with thigh chafing and things like that, 2.75 inches is huge. And I know that was over both legs, but let me just show you what that is on one of my legs, all right? Just to give you, again, visual and an idea of what could happen and could be possible in 4 weeks.
Yes.
That is 2.75 inches.
Yeah.
That is what she lost over both of the widest part of her thighs.
But when we look at that photo, or looked at that photo earlier of the
You
lady
can
that
see that
suddenly has
thigh
got a
gap.
thigh gap.
You
I mean,
see
that could
it.
be
And that's
be
a
the
different
thigh
lady.
gap. Yeah,
That's
that's a different
another
lady.
lady.
I think we've got one more of these, haven't we? Here's, or maybe is it one or two more? Two more. Let's do them. Here is Susanna. We haven't heard or seen from her yet. She says, I've worn the leggings everywhere. They're just amazingly comfortable, easy to care for, and super easy to pair with different clothing and shoes to be simple or as stylish as you want them to be. My weight stayed the same, but the inches lost definitely defined my legs and hips better. Not to mention my skin is softer, smoother, and cellulite definitely appears lost. So her hips, 1.5 inches gone. Top of the thighs, widest part of the thighs, 1 inch, and then 1/2 inch on the widest part of the calf. Now this also just goes to show that individual results, really we say that across the board for this entire show as a sort of a blanket disclaimer, we can't guarantee that everyone's going to get the maximum or the same results. Individual results are undoubtedly going to vary, but very rarely do you hear from people who said no, they didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say they didn't work.
Everybody has their own results, and if
Yeah.
you're looking at that thinking, that won't be me. Now, individual results will vary,
Yeah,
but yours could be better than that.
they could.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
no idea
Yeah.
at what you could achieve until you get them home and try them. But
Yeah.
you've got to do one thing for me. You've got to promise me one thing. You get them home and you actually wear them.
Yeah.
You can't just look at them and think,
Yeah.
oh, they look nice, or just wear them once and go, oh yeah, okay, they're great. But then
Well,
you
if you-
don't see any difference.
If you wear them to bed the first night, you'll wake up the next morning, you'll have had them on for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's it.
Take them off and see how different
yeah.
you feel. Now, you're not going to notice inch loss in the first
No,
8
but
hours,
feel
but
the texture of your skin.
from all of these amazing ingredients infused, massaged into your body just in the process of your natural movement while you're sleeping. Let's have a look at another testimonial, shall we? Again, these are all genuine testimonials. They're all people that have seen real results. So here's Kelly. This was after, again, just 28 days wearing the ProSkin Slim leggings. My legs look fantastic. She probably doesn't sound like that. But anyway, I've never gone this long without putting moisturiser. Oh, apparently I was doing it too deep. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to read it. All right, Kieran. I've never gone this long without putting moisturiser on them. Every day they look more firmer. I notice less dimpling on the backs of my thighs. So 1/2 inch off the hips, 1 inch off the tops of the thighs, the widest part of the thighs above and below the knee, and 1/2 inch off the widest part of the calf.
I mean, that's amazing. That was incredible results in every single area. That's what we mean. Everybody's body is different. Everybody needs help tightening the skin, smoothing the skin in different areas. Everybody's got different places they're carrying fluid or water retention. But this is the exciting thing, that you have no idea where this journey could take you. And the fact is, you're going to have an amazing pair of leggings as well.
I was just going to say it, Jess. They're blooming leggings. If you want a pair of really good, high-quality premium leggings at a great price, because you could pay double that. You could pay 70, 80
Yeah, you
quid.
can.
And just get leggings, but also ones that are not weight made as well, that do roll over at the top, that don't pull up and hold around your waist, that do show your bum crack when you bend over and all that kind of stuff, you know. So get a decent pair of leggings, if nothing else, in these beautiful colours and these beautiful designs, and everything else. I guarantee this, if you buy normal leggings, you won't see any results whatsoever. But when you've got these, you've got a premium set of leggings at a fantastic price, and all of that when you if you start to see these benefits for yourself, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And getting skincare in your leggings, retinol, ceramides, aloe vera, vitamin E, caffeine. I feel like if there was an award ceremony, these guys would be on the red carpet.
Yeah,
because you know them, you love them, you see results with them, okay?
Yeah.
And that is what is contained in billions of tiny microcapsules in your garment. Now, I've been really lucky to see these microcapsules under a microscope in the actual fibres. And it kind of blows your mind, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That you can see the little tiny microcapsules that are in there. They obviously are minute because there are billions in each pair of, of Pro Skins that we create. They don't feel sticky, but I will say that when you get this fabric home, it feels probably like the softest material fabric you may have ever
I might
worn.
just get a pair to stroke at night.
Do you know what people say when they wear them? You end up just sort of doing this. Charlie would agree with me. I just looked at her, she's just going.
We are close to selling out of everything. It's check out now or miss out. It's as simple as that. Do you want results like these? Again, these are the photos. We've got one other testimonial we'll come to in a moment. But, did we do all 4? God, that went quick. I didn't even notice I'd done it. That's not the first time I've said that. Anyway, these are phenomenal results, aren't they?
They are, and you can see here, we talked about thigh loss, we talked about smoothing the skin, we talked about losing centimetres around the knee area. This is a different lady, not even one of the ones we read out with the testimonial. Now, how does it work? You've got ingredients tightening the skin, firming the skin, smoothing the skin. You've got compression, keeping any fluid retention moving, looking after circulation. You put those two entities together, and that is the magic of Pro Skin.
Can I just say something? As we hold that photo for a moment, look at, what I might do, I'd almost want to superimpose one over the other. The distance from the wall is the same. The distance, she's standing in exactly the same way. If anything, I would say that on the left, her gait is, where there is no thigh gap, is slightly wider. So her legs are even, can you see it? Just ever so slightly closer together on the after.
And
she's got that thigh gap. And all of that, that crepey, orange peel looking type cellulite skin has been massively reduced.
Yeah.
In just, 28 days, right?
In 28 days. 4 weeks.
It's extraordinary. It really honestly is. You too can benefit from this, but you got to check out, you got to go buy. Because if you don't, you are going, you might find that you're crying into your soup. Because we're going to go through the sizes here with Gemma, our producer. Go on, Gem, what we got left? Is there anything left? In the black, we've only got some size 8 to size 16, 15, but all sizes are single figures. And how many people are vying for those with them in their baskets? Over 100. We've only got about, how many pairs in total is it left? 20, 30, something like that? Not even that. Okay, so yeah, about just over 30 pairs remaining in the black, and 100 people have got them in their shopping baskets, and so a third of you will miss out unless you check out now. Then in the navy blue, all sizes again vulnerable.
Navy's a really nice colour, so it's like a midnight navy.
Yeah,
So if you're wanting another dark pair of leggings, you want to get a couple, then the navy works really nice. So grab these ones if you can.
So we've sold out of 22. We've only got one pair of size 20. Sorry, the other way around. Size 20 is sold out. There's one left in 22. We only have low single figures in size 8, and all the other sizes are almost at single figures.
Shall I just put the black quickly next to the navy?
Yeah,
so you
sure.
can see the difference on there, because it is a really dark navy, all right? So if you're worrying because you missed out in the black, or you want to get a couple, then they work really well together. So just an extra option for you there.
Yeah. They are, of course, the village people's favourite colour, because they would be in the navy.
In them.
So 123946 is your item number for your graphite. Say that again, Gemma, please. Size 20 is gone. Size 8, size 18, and size 22, we have low single figures if you want those, and all the other sizes approaching single figures. And then the Pink Daddy, great dot. Size 20 and 22 have sold out. Single figures on size 8, 16 and 18. So they're almost gone too. I want you to understand, basically, ladies and gentlemen, that, look, is it going to be the case that Jess is never returning and ProSkins will never be seen again on ShopOnTV? No. But the fact is that these are not mass-produced in, abroad. No. They're made by 15 incredibly skilled ladies.
Oh, that was 15
guys?
including the office staff.
Oh, including the office. Oh, so the actual, are they all ladies or are there some guys?
Yeah, they're all ladies. They've been doing this sort of, work their whole lives.
They're expert seamstresses, I suppose, or dressmakers.
So the gentleman, we get all the fabric arriving, and then they actually is a gentleman that cuts the fabric out, does all the lay plans, because we do it all in-house. So that is a gentleman that does that one. Amazing.
So also, you're supporting a local business. I love that. I really do. But also, you know what happens when you sometimes success breeds contempt, because you have these companies that get massive, and they have these, they take all the manufacturing abroad. It's done en masse, millions being produced every day. Yeah. And what do you lose? You lose quality control. Do you know what I remember when I was a lad, that made in England used to mean something. It used to mean quality. It really did. And abroad, did I mention I used to live in America? If it said made in England on something when I was growing up, it was a sign of quality.
But I think we're going back to that. I think I actively look for things, and if it says made in the UK, I actively go, right, I'm going to pick that one over that one, because I always think that's really lovely. And most things that are made in the UK are coming from family businesses. So I think it's always lovely to find them.
It's kind of coming back because we went the big supermarket.
Yeah.
Supermarkets are good, but I do miss
coming back round again.
A local butcher and a local this
and I think we're coming back full circle.
Yeah. We'll be hunting for our own food again before we know it. Well, it's cyclical, isn't it? Civilization. Okay, so say that again, Gemma. Sorry, I was too busy enjoying my own humour. Please go to the website. Here's the website. There it is. This is what you'll see. All of the colour options are available. So you've got your leggings in your black, your navy, your graphite, your pink dotty. You've also got the black, you've got the navy and the graphite, as well as the Atlantic blue in the top. But the black top is also super busy on all of those sizes. So check out, all you've got to do is select your size. Very simple. Those are the sizes that we have left. If they're not available, then obviously they won't show up anymore. If you're not there by the end of at least check out by the end of the show. I know you're only paying $4.95 cap postage and packing, so this order you check out tonight will just be $4.95. A lot of people check out in the morning as well, but what's going to happen is there are so many people trying to order that and I know we say this almost every night, we've become victims of our own success. We haven't got enough stock to basically please everybody. So honestly and truly, the reason we're saying this is because I want to warn you that if you put it in your basket to remind you to buy it another day, I get that. I do that with my Amazon basket, and I save things for later and such. And that's fine if you're doing that. I think our baskets last 3 months, something like that, before they're cleared out. So, but the point is that you're not benefiting. When you want benefits right now, you have to get these. When you place your order right now, they'll be out. You'll probably get them by the middle of next week, and you can start wearing them. And you've only got to wear them for a night, and you could be seeing, certainly feeling results within the first time that you've worn them for up to 8 hours. And then progressively over the course of 28 days, you could very well start to see those results for yourself. But at the very worst case scenario, because individual results will vary, even if your results aren't as dramatic, or maybe your results will be more dramatic. But the fact is that you bought yourself a premium set of leggings that look amazing, they feel amazing, people will compliment you on how good you look. They are great for daytime into evening wear. You can wear them out to the gym, you can wear them to walk the dog, you can wear them as your pajamas, you can just wear them all the time for almost any occasion. Put a jacket and a blouse on and you're out to a business meeting, you know what I mean? You could even wear them while you're doing the steam cleaning. And that's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to show you what this does because I prepared a video that explains it all. And here it is. This is what the Optimus 3 steam mop can do. It just needs water. And there is the water that comes from your tap. You don't have to put any special kind of ionized water in there because it has a filter. So that is all you do. You get the bottle, the squeezy bottle included. And away you go. Now, not only is this cleaning, but it is deodorizing, it is sanitizing, it is killing up to 99.9% of germs, spores, mold, bacteria, viruses, all the nasties that might land on your floor. This is killing them almost instantly on contact, which is not something that happens with regular chemicals, by the way. Chemicals require a little bit of time to do their effectiveness, to achieve their effectiveness. And if you're not using them right, and I guarantee most people aren't, then you're wasting chemicals. And apart from anything else, you're using chemicals maybe around, you've got a newborn baby, maybe you've got toddlers, maybe you have pets, you know, and you've got bleach down on the floor, and they're absorbing some of that into the pad through the pads on their pores. If you want a chemical-free environment, and speaking of environment, if you want to sort of be kinder to the environment and eliminate using chemicals virtually altogether, this is the way to do it, and the money you will save is extraordinary. Plus the pads are reusable, they just go into the washing machine, and it's just 30-degree wash, 40 degrees, whatever, and no fabric softener, and they will come out ready to go again. It's a modular system, so you can change the heads. We give you 2 of the heads, more are coming soon. So once you've got the unit, then you'll be able to buy the additional heads as and when they become available. But you get the triangular and the rectangular included in this first bundle kit. You can do any hard surface, whether it's tile, and of course that includes the grout, carpet, whether it's wood, as long as it's treated wood, any kind of treated wood. Patio furniture, if you've got treated wood on your, if you've got decking, your UPVC windows. The UPVC window, not just the glass, but also the surrounds. As long as you use it on a treated, painted, or a treated wood, such as, so for example, if it were paintwork, as long as you've got a gloss finish on your, let's say your windowsills or whatever, then that's fine. Don't ever use it on emulsion because it will strip it. Don't ever use it on wallpaper because it will strip it, but you can use this as a wallpaper stripper as a side benefit. Here's the thing I wanted to say to you. Steam is absolutely extraordinarily good at breaking down grease, oil, and wax. So if, let's say, for example, you've got a child who's a little overzealous and decides to get their crayons out and start making lovely pictures all over your kitchen tiles or your hard floor, not a problem. This will help to remove them. If you've got somebody in the family who's a mechanic and they come in and they walk engine grease all the way down the, through the kitchen, not a problem. This will help to reduce that. If you light a candle during a power cut and spill some on your floor, this will actually melt the wax and remove it. In fact, you can even, if you want to use wax deliberately, you can buy beeswax and you can put a few little drops of beeswax on the pad, and then that will melt it. And as you're going around cleaning your floor, you're also waxing your floor too. It's half price, $99.99. We ring fenced all of the stock. By the way, I don't know if we have the price comparisons, do we? Amazon and was it OnBuy? Or the manufacturers got it for the same price as us, basically, the usual price. I think Amazon was about $179, about $179.99, I think it was, something like that. Do your price checking. You won't find, as far as we're aware, you will not find this cheaper anywhere else. So, all you have to do is so can I just show you at the top? Here's the on-off button. Well, I guess I won't. I'll show you it cleaning first and then I'll show you how you turn it on. There's a trigger. You press the trigger. You'll hear the liquid being dispensed into the head. That's now heating up. You can hear the steam. Once the light's on, you know the steam's ready. That comes on within 25 seconds. And once it's hot, you're ready to trot. See, it just effortlessly glides through dirt. It breaks it down and it just is gripped by the microfibers. And if you've got a really tough stain, just put the mop head on top and just give it a couple of seconds and then gone. See? It really is so simple to use. It glides over the floor, no effort is required. And look, here's what I'm doing. So what I've just done there, apart from the fact I've left the floor almost completely dry, it's got some very light steam residue, but which will evaporate in no time at all. I've just disinfected that floor. I've just killed 99.9% of whatever germs, bacteria, viruses, and other nasties that were on that floor. Gone, using water. Filtered water, because it comes with a filter that takes out the limescale. So look, it really is extraordinarily good, extraordinarily well made. You've got 3 power modes for just a simple disinfect, or maybe you just want to clean up some dirt that you've got a brilliant, in the kitchen, round where your hob is and your oven, and you get sort of food residue and splatters. Honestly, it's just brilliant. It really is. On your carpets, your hard surfaces, your tiles, your bathtub. You will understand when you get this home and use it why it's one of our most popular products. I cannot wait to get mine, honestly, because I've wasted so much money on different mops, and this is the one for me. And the money I'm going to save on all the chemicals that I spend over the course of a month. Honestly, it's definitely worth it. Check out your basket, get one at home, and you just prove me wrong if it's not one of the best things you've ever bought. Now, Jess, ahoy there, hi! Shall I come over?
Yes, please.
Ah, lovely.
Thank you.
We've only got about 10 minutes
I
left.
know!
Who'd have thunk? Well, nearly 3 hours we've spent together tonight.
It's been lovely.
Thank you for putting up with me.
Oh, it's been wonderful, thank you.
I know I'm a bit quirky sometimes, but these are... Any lady... I've just been told, well, sorry, they're upset I didn't say thank you to Kira and Gemma for putting up with me as well, and Charlie, and Haroon. Anyone else? My son David, Jamie, Craig, Martin, our senior management, my parents, my friends, my ex-lovers. And they're all ex now. There are no current lovers, unfortunately.
That took a turn really quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, I do get dark in a blink of an eye. Do you know what would cheer me up?
What?
Nice pair of Pro Skins.
Oh, wouldn't it just? That cheer everybody up.
Yeah.
How exciting is that? If you place your order this morning, before you go to sleep, waking up in the morning thinking, oh my goodness, my Pro Skins have been with me in a few days. You know, when you're waiting for that delivery because you're so excited for it. That is literally what you're going to feel like when you place your order for these.
I'd settle for people saying, I can't wait to get my Pro Skins because I know they're not going to work. I just can't wait to prove them wrong. If that's the way you want to approach it, go ahead, make our day. I mean, really, but then it's the elation. I mean, Charlie was clearly, when we spoke to her earlier, was thrilled when she started seeing results.
Yeah.
But how confident that made her feel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. These are going to take you on a journey. If you have just tuned in, you're thinking, what are they talking about? It's a pair of leggings.
Yeah.
These garments, whether it's leggings, whether it's a top, whatever you have gone for today, they are clinically proven to help reduce the appearance of cellulite. And that isn't me just saying that. I am not allowed to just say that if it's not proven. There is a lot of science gone into these clothes, probably the most scientific clothing that you'll ever buy. But you don't need to worry about that. You just need to know that when you pop these on, they've been very cleverly made in the UK, tried and tested at Loughborough University. You just need to know that when you pop these on, you are going to get the benefits of skincare wherever this garment touches. Caffeine, vitamin E, ceramides, retinol, aloe vera, contained in billions of tiny microcapsules. And you will feel that after the first wear. You take these off, your skin is designed to feel softer, smoother, more supple. And that's because the heat your body is giving off naturally all the time, it activates the ingredients to be released. The graduated compression not only helping with swelling and heavy legs and tired legs, but it will massage the ingredients in for you. They're designed to regulate your body temperature, so if you're feeling the cold at the moment, layer them up, they keep you nice and warm.
Great for ballet.
Yeah, you're great for dancing.
Do your pas de deux?
Beautiful pirouettes going on there. They're also designed
Beautiful pirouettes.
Pirouettes.
Thank
They're also designed to wick away sweat and cool you down if you're getting too hot, ladies. And we know that you know, a lot of you can experience that all year round, no matter what the temperature. But these are the clinical trial results. This backs up everything we're telling you. An independent clinical study. It was done in Germany, if you want to know the exact location. And
they're not very precise in Germany,
oh,
are they?
They're very precise.
They got a reputation of being sloppy.
18% increase in skin elasticity. 74% reported a decrease in the appearance of cellulite. This was measured, by the way, not a perception study. Centimetre loss seen across the board. We've seen loads of ladies' individual results tonight. 2 inches, 6.25 inches. Individual results will vary. But with over 85% seeing a difference in their skin, then there is more chance that these will work for you than they won't. So it's definitely worth getting these home and giving them a go. And do you know what? If you're not getting them for the cellulite benefits, you're going to get a pair of leggings or a top that is going to look after your skin with incredible ingredients, help you look good, help you feel great, and help keep you at your optimum body temperature as well.
It's win-win either way, because either you're in the market for a really premium quality set of leggings, but without paying, you know, an expensive brand name
Which you can pay 70, 80
Although
pounds.
ProSkins is a very well-known brand.
Yeah.
So, and then the benefits, all the other benefits are a massive bonus, or you want the benefits.
Yeah, you want to see results.
But then you just end up with a really great pair of leggings that perform so much better than other leggings you've probably bought or would otherwise buy anyway.
Yeah,
so you can only win with this.
There should come a few little warnings when it comes to wearing ProSkins. And if you're still thinking, oh, hovering over the checkout, yeah, there should be a warning saying you will buy more. And
there's a black market for
yeah.
Actually, people on street corners who want some ProSkins.
And also,
it's not true, by the way.
You will end up becoming a little bit of a leggings snob in a good way. Because none of the other leggings in your drawer will fit the same, will feel the same. Obviously, they won't offer results, but just the initial feel of them and how they wear, you will end up throwing those other leggings away. But if you want, in my opinion, the best quality pair of leggings that you can ever buy, try them.
Here's the thing, right? So you have, we have a full 30-day refund policy here at ShopOnTV. So buy whatever colours you want that you like, try one, and then the others, don't take them out of the package, just keep them there, because I guarantee then you'll save £5 because you won't have to come back and pay another postage and packing charge. Wear your favourite, maybe the black, and then once you go, oh my God, these are amazing, I think I'll go back and buy, oh no wait, I already did. Then you can open the packing on the other ones. Otherwise, the other ones you can just return to us to get a full refund. All the returns information is on the website. So keep the ones that you don't know if you're going to use in your packet, and the ones that you know you're going to try and use, take those out the packet. They are absolutely, we've now got single figures of absolutely almost everything, but most especially the black. You've got to check out if you want them. We've sold out of other sizes as well. Unless you pay, well, let me put it in the positive. Once you pay, they're on the way. And you too, next week, can be enjoying or starting your ProSkins journey and enjoying these fabulous benefits. And remember, a clinical study. I'm going to close the show with a little story. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
So these clinical study on these. So that means that it has to be true, otherwise we'd be taken off the air and we could be fined and prosecuted and goodness knows what else. Years ago in one of the shopping networks in America, because they don't have the same oversight that we have here, they were selling a product that was weight loss soap.
Oh my goodness.
So you rubbed it on your body and you lost weight. And if it didn't work, didn't matter, you could, however much was left, you could send it back and get your money back.
Oh, goodness.
No, of course, no one ever sent it back. And it was absolute rubbish. It was, of course, there's no such thing as weight loss soap. Thank God you're protected over here by all of the standards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These do work. And Jess, so do you. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I will see you tomorrow night with more from ShopOnTV. Good night.